Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 40. That's right, you heard me say it. We are on episode 40 of Malt and Magic, the Forgotten Kingdom of Nihilin, which for us is amazing. So, welcome. I will get through this fairly quickly because there's a few bits we need to do tonight. But my thank yous and shout outs, as always, go out to Albert Rodeo, Incarnate, for mapping and sort of virtual tabletop stuff. Really awesome last couple of weeks. Should hopefully see some of that again tonight. D&D Beyond, Hero Forge for character development, character creation, game management, and everything above and beyond. All the source books are on there. Candlekeep released last week, and it is good fun. I think it was last week, might have been the week before. I can't remember now. My head's that scrambled. But it is a lot of fun reading through there. There's some really awesome modules, which hopefully I may start to bring into our game, depending on what goes on. We'll see what happens. But also thank yous to Kassoon 5e Magic Shop for just some extra DMs, hints, tips, tools. So if you're interested in just streamlining and being a more agile DM, check those out on Patreon. Sound-wise, a huge thank you to Tabletop Audio for some of the ambience music that you'll hear, but as always I must say a huge shout out to BattleBards, where we get all our sound effects, where we get some of the background music as well. Really great resource. Go check them out, go use the code you can see on screen, Malt and Magic, get yourselves a cheeky discount and make your game more immersive, make your game more spectacular, we shall say. Please do go check out our website. All the podcast episodes, all the YouTube episodes, basically all the episodes get uploaded on there on a weekly basis. I probably need to go and do a little bit of maintenance on there, but we'll sort that out. And speaking of the podcast, please do go check that out on your podcast platform of choice. We are fully up to date. This episode will go out at the same time as the YouTube release. If you're listening, hello, I say that every week, but we love you all. We love any support that you out there are giving to us. Tales of Tilnar, go check it out. Was I'm not even sure what to really say about the last episode. It was fun. So yeah, go check that out on YouTube. So now there's an amazing job over there. Really fantastic group of players. Lots and lots of fun. If you want to follow along to something else other than Malt and Magic, of course. I think that's it. Nobody's waving at me to say there's any other announcements or anything like that. So my usual warnings apply. There is adult language. There will hopefully be plenty of adult humour. That's all I've got to say. Let's roll.
Still gets me pumped.
Hey.
Good evening.
How is everybody
How we doing?
Yeah, good.
I'm back to my old self.
Good
I feel
stuff.
great.
He is back to his old self. We'll get to that in just a short moment. Let's do the quick lineup though, because I think I forgot that last week. So I am Matt, I am the DM, and I also play the very lovable sidekick character of Bothrid.
I am Danny, and I play the even more lovable Underhornraven.
I'm Simone. I play the also lovable Kirik.
Adorable. He's adorable.
Ain't me cute?
I'm Dave. I play Dargon, the big bear in a literal case, who is just a huggable big bear.
So we're feeling the
Quite
love
literally.
tonight.
Yeah.
Quite literally a big bear.
See what's happening. We're all in a lovey mood apparently, but who cares? So last week was a bizarre beginning to an episode. Probably one of the most bizarre we've had in a while. While trying to return Ander to some form of self, the party went on a little adventure. Tried to explore the rest of the mansion. Went to the first door they could. Feltag just reached, touched the door, and gone. Kirik and I think it was just Kirik and Feltag to begin with. Oh no, Kirik, Feltag, and Ander. Do you know? I can't even remember.
Ander was the first
one. It was that
Ander
zany.
was the first one.
Yeah, Ander was the first one to touch it. It was Feltag who touched it with Dargon. Sorry. So, yeah, Kirik and Ander lost somewhere on a different plane. No idea where. Although I think the party has their suspicions. In true Malt and Magic fashion, Dargon, Bothrid, Feltag, not wanting to be left behind, touch the door, plane shift straight to the same place, seemingly stuck there until a rogue with very little wisdom decided to try and recreate a teleportation circle that he had once seen a very, very powerful wizard create. Managed it with some very good rolls and bumped the party back onto a plane. Turned out to be the material plane, and after a short-ish journey, the party discovered themselves in Moonbright, a city that they have not visited for some time. In fact, it was pre-stream, it's been that long ago, but a city where Dargon was granted the title of the Champion of Kord as part of their Crucible in the city. Went to see the clerics, the paladins, the holy men within Moonbright to see if they could help Ander out. The Arch Deacon of Kord did agree and performed a greater restoration on Ander. But it seems something else is now afflicting Ander. Asked for a fight with Dargon the Brave to prove his worthiness as Champion of Kord, see if he's still worthy of that champion. And in doing so, there is now a grand bout scheduled for a couple of days, or for a couple of days' time, I should say, between Dargon and the Archdeacon of Kord. Then went to visit the Enchantress of Moonbright to try and figure out what is going on with Ander, and she revealed that Ander was suffering from something she knew as spell sickness. And something she made it quite clear she was not sure there was a cure for, or she did not know of one. And so we finished the episode with you boys heading to the tavern to go and pitch up for the evening. Feel free to click your long rests. Is anybody wanting to do anything before they long rest? Kirik, I know you did your candle bit to Lena, whether you did that before that long rest, or I can't remember when exactly you did that.
I would have done before, yeah.
I think also I had that dream from Timiel, so I know I've done everything, and I remember that I got that.
And I spoke to my main lady, Dryad Spirit, so I'm all sorted.
Did indeed.
It was a busy week, day, hour.
It was a busy day. And so the night is relatively peaceful for once. There's a few noises outside the rooms, it being a big city, lots of activity going on at all hours of the day and night. But you wake to hear the gentle sort of pitter-patter of rain outside. There's a bit of a drizzle. What are we doing?
Oh, does that mean Hero's Feast is wore off now then, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm back down to 78 hit points. I feel like those extra 8... Well, I'm not going to need them. Dargon's going to need all the hit points he can get this week, isn't he?
Yeah, so Bothrid's down to 107.
I'm on 90.
Wow. There we are.
We've got 2 days until the fight, is it?
So the question is, what would you like to spend those 2 days doing?
Good question. I'll tell you one thing I want to do. I want to stock up on kind of adventuring gear. Stuff like ropes and a way of creating fire, because we didn't have it last time we went into the mountains and it was really, really bad. So yeah, a couple of torches and just a way of starting a fire, because I realize none of us have fire cantrips of any kind.
Certainly wouldn't go for a tinderbox then.
Turns out I've got a tinderbox.
Yes, so have I.
Well, I don't have any way of starting a fire.
But I remember it was too windy to use it last time. That's why we couldn't.
I've got that.
Yeah, I think Kirik will spend the day. How am I doing for?
What?
Before the guy, well, if the guys are all together, like sitting down at breakfast, be like, lads, what do you class as a simple weapon then? He said that only simple weapon and armour. Well, we're not exactly walking around with a silly little armour, are we? So,
I mean,
do I need to go and get something else?
You're the one that studied fighting techniques. What would you understand it to be?
Well, it was more the fact of, is it, a simple little, mace or axe, or can I get away with a sword that's just a normal sword?
I took it to mean he meant non-magical weapons.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that was going to be the case. You say that I trained Kirit. We picked up something bloody heavy and started to swing it, and that's how we learned. I just happened to do it rather well and quite accurately.
So it's a natural gift, is what you're saying. I think, having reflected and actually being myself of sound body and mind, I might, now we're in a new day, want to use my sending stone properly and try and communicate with Captain Swift again. See if I can actually discern where she might actually be, rather than just, hiya, are you alright? Like I did last time.
If we can get any more info about if Reiko's, well, how bad Reiko is, not that I think we can help him right now. It would just have to be who the hell we can send to go and help.
I can throughout today, and I'd rather not do it tomorrow if the fight is happening tomorrow, because I want to save some power for then. But I can communicate. I can send a message across to 3 people. Well, 4 people actually. Yeah, I can. Oh no, loads more people. Oh my god, hang on.
He's going to send
I forgot you can upcast sending. You can just use a different spell slot for that. So I forgot about that.
Oh, nice.
So I can talk to 7 people.
Whoa!
Yeah, I can send a message to 7 people today.
Just a mass orc dick pic gets sent round.
Half orc, thank you very much.
Sorry. Does that make it less green, does it? I don't know. I've only seen a full orc penis, that's what I'm basing it on.
That's canon.
Don't
20 minutes.
To know.
20 minutes.
Not even had
20 minutes.
Actually, if we do communicate with them today, though, and we do ask them, I don't know if we could ask them outright, are you in the Feywild? Because would they know? But if we got them to describe their surroundings, would we know what they're describing?
If you've got enough to ask them, then it's then their response is one word, yes or no. Possibly 2 words, don't know. Just out of interest, does the sending stone actually work like the spell, or is it longer, but you can only use it once, so when you stop talking, it's done for?
The way I known to use it, I can send a message once. There's no limit on that message, and they just send a message back.
So you can actually ask them a hell of a lot more than if I understand, Kirit can. So it's better if you try and get hold of them.
No, tell a lie. Tell a lie. I cast talking out of character now. It casts a sending spell, so it is a tweet. 25
words.
It's
a tweet.
Yeah. I was just curious as to whether there was, like, you know, with it being special, you can use it once a day, but you can just, like, talk for quite a while.
I pretty much just homebrewed an actual walkie-talkie then in my head. Sorry, everyone.
I can also have well, I can try and look on, well, scry on someone if we want to try that. It doesn't work if they are outside of the plane where we are now, but if there's anyone over here that we want to check on.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, I have a left field answer to that question.
Yeah.
It might sound, but go with me. When we were speaking to Lena in Ephedruin, and she and Irandriel as well, her father, they're really angry, and we think there's 12 artifacts for the 12 gods, and we know one of the Malt Masters have one, and we know a buyer stole the other one. Do we want to scry on a buyer to see if he's part of the bigger network of evil that we're up against, or do you think that might be a waste of time? Because what about if he's got rid of the artifacts, he doesn't know what it is, sold it? You don't know.
Yeah, but what if he's in Moonbright? And we know that because of the sending. You either got a Dark Eladrin, probably not here. Big White Dragon, don't really want to know where that is at the moment, as long as he's not here. A buyer, not a bad shout. Don't think we're going to learn much about the Malt Masters that we can't just go back and ask them.
I should also say the less I know of the creature, the harder it will be for me to scry on.
Okay. I don't think you did you?
Yeah, you're the only person who didn't see a buyer. That's awkward.
That's that out the window. You're not missing out though. He's quite a dull chap.
Yeah, I don't actually know who we want to then.
If
you don't want to waste it in case they're not on this plane of existence trying to look at Vraco or anything like that.
True.
Then ask them first. Find out.
True.
If it does go through and they are here, we can then scry on them.
But then what would that tell us on top of what they might tell us in the sending message?
Well, we can at least describe where the hell we can send some help to. If it's on the edge or inside the forest, but not in the portal, happy days. We can describe it better.
Or do we try... No, I don't. I was going to say, do we try and scry on the horned creature in your dreams, Dargon? He might know. Would we know?
I did think that. Would
he know we did it?
It'll probably be hard. I don't think they... As far as I'm aware, people just don't know if you scry on them. It just happens. Unless they
make me
can...
a perception check, please.
Ooh.
Matt's bored of this conversation.
20. That's a 23.
You begin to smell a faint whiff of a floral fragrance as you sort of... smells very lavender-esque.
It's TNT. Does it smell like a tea or like? Is it tea? It smells like. I try to look for the origin of the smell.
So as you sort of with that perception check, you sort of, and then you sort of get closer to your pack, and you realise the smell is actually coming from your pack.
Oh, I'll take out the candle and place it in the middle of the table.
So as you take the candle out, place it in the middle of the table, instantly comes to light with an orange flame.
That's
Well,
a good
I've never
trick,
done this
Derek.
before. Yeah, I'm just happy I didn't burn anything inside. I'm going to take a page of the ones I took from the house, and I will put it over the flame.
And as you put it over the flame, you, looking from the other side of the parchment, can see words sort of beginning to form, almost as if they're being written by hand. It takes a few seconds, and eventually just the flame goes out again, and that smell of lavender is gone. As you turn the piece of parchment over, it is written in very, very fluid, fancy handwriting. And just out of character question, would you be saying what's in this letter to the rest of the group, or would you like to keep it private?
No, I'd probably I'll probably put it like on the table and read it, but everyone can kind of see.
Okay.
So
You fool!
So as you all lean in, it just reads,
won't be.
"My dearest adventurers, strange to be contacted in such a manner, but exciting nonetheless. The scent of lavender adding to my room. You ask me about the veil. There are many veils. The veils between worlds, the veils between life and death, the veils between demi-planes, planes of existence, the veils between the gods and ourselves. For you, however, my young cleric, I can only surmise as much as that your goddess wants you to guard that barrier between this world and the next. But then, I'm an elf, and I don't necessarily adhere to the mistress of death's ways. Still, when you do find out for certain, I would love to know. Hoping you are well, Lena."
It's never a definitive answer with anyone, is it?
That'd be too easy, wouldn't it?
Look, lovely, we love a
Do you
mystery.
want to play Dungeons and Dragons, or do you want to play True or False?
Sometimes I wouldn't mind a bit of true or false, just, help me out a little bit.
Well,
I think. Guess who?
I think for today, I'll try and get in contact with Reiko or Captain. Well, and you can try and contact Captain Swift. For scrying, I could try the horned creature.
Do it.
They will.
See what happens.
Yeah.
What about Lion Mane Boy?
I could try Ethereal. Just to check what he's doing. Ethereal will probably be slightly easier because I've met him.
Yeah.
Well, instead of scrying on the horned creature, then would you maybe scry on the Eladrin to see if he's with the horned creature?
Last time I tried to scry on the Eladrin, he wasn't here.
On this plane. Oh, that's a good point.
Well, I didn't manage to get through, so he either managed to block or he wasn't around.
Well, do we think his master, if it wasn't successful on the Elandrin, his more powerful master, was it? Is that just a...
Maybe he's so powerful he doesn't give a monkeys who looks at him.
I could always try the Eladrin again.
Oh, it's a tough call.
Flip a coin, not a platinum. Apparently that's not the right one to use.
Yeah, you
Roll
know,
D6.
you're a generous man. I just wouldn't have done that myself. We got the rooms for free, and then you paid for them twice over anyway. You know, that's your call.
Well, yeah, because we're going to be here for a couple of days, so...
That's right. I'll win plenty of platinum betting on you in the Crucible, my friend. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, you will.
I'm going to try the legend then.
What? Worst case scenario, we know nothing more than we know now.
Exactly.
That's usually what happens when I wake up.
I would also I'm going to spend the day also reading some of my book, and I would like to go out into town and see if there is a temple to the Raven Queen in here. Just spend some time praying.
How long, I cannot remember, did the Enchantress tell us before we need to go back to her?
She just said, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
I suggest we go back as soon as possible.
Well, I will, if you want, then try and speak to Captain Swift on the Sending Stone, see if I can get any clues to whether they're on this plane or the Feywild, and then I can go to the Enchantress.
Sounds good.
I don't want to take Bothrid back with me. I don't mind going alone. He'll be dribbling all over the place.
And roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, I forgot about that. 10.
Okay. Roll me a perception check, please.
Ooh.
Just under.
Just under. In
16.
fact, no, everybody.
16 for me.
Okay.
15.
Natural 20 for a 25.
Nice.
So, I'll say, because I forgot to do this right at the beginning of the session, Ander, as you were dressing this morning, you noticed on your arms and in your hands that the veins are risen and appear to be black. It seems to be spreading. And Kirik and Dargon, as you look at Ander, and as he turns in a certain way, you see these sort of veins of black coming up the side of the neck.
As much as I've got pressing matters that I want to attend to today, Ander, I think we need to go and have you looked at, because it looks like someone's been inking all over you.
Yeah. So did I take any damage from that con save? No, that's lucky. You're right. I don't feel right. We need to act fast.
Yeah, that's never put us in harm's way before. Acting fast. Come on. Might as well go now.
It's got me this far.
Yeah. After we fix you, I'm going to drop by one of the blacksmiths and see if they've got a what they would consider a simple weapon that I can buy. Might as well help the town folk out.
You can always carry
I
my...
don't mind going alone.
Nah, we'll go with you.
What were you going to say, Kirik?
I was just going to say that you can try and take my mace into the fight. It's magical to a degree, but I barely use it. It might be useful if what they want is non-magical weapons. Then fine. But
if that's the case, I'm taking a lot of weapons off me anyway. So yeah, if you don't mind, I'll take it in but I'll still drop by the blacksmiths anyway.
Of course. Well, let's try and take care of Ender.
There's no taking care of it.
It seems to be the theme of the moment, doesn't it?
Well, we'll have our moments.
I consider it. You know, I'll have to look after you one day, Dargon. I think it'll come.
I'm sure you will. Probably after this next fight.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll spend some of my winnings on bandages at least. Oh, and if I lose, you're on your own. I'm not helping you. If I lose money.
Oh, cheers. Nice to know when someone's got your back. Brilliant. Let's go and get you sorted. And I clap him on the back of the on the back.
I'm down.
Oh shit! Pick it back up.
You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as your head hits the table.
God damn it, Dargon.
Alright. Alright, let's go get you fixed.
Let's go to the Enchantress then.
Okay, so Bothrid's been pretty quiet, just sort of taking everything in as he usually does. You all sort of finish your breakfast, wave to the tavern owner, and then make your way out into the city of Moonbrights. And it's still sort of relatively early in the day. You can see people sort of starting to come out of their homes now, starting to set up stalls in the marketplace, and you've sort of picked a tavern that wasn't too far from there anyway. You head back, make the familiar trail and road back towards the Enchantress's shop. And you can see she's actually already outside chatting to someone, and as you approach she sort of looks up, and then you can see it as she sort of returns to speaking to this person. She sort of hurries them along and ushers them out, and then as you approach, so, boys, yes, please, come on, quickly, come in.
I hope we're not
before the
intruded.
customers arrive. No, please, come on in. I need everybody to make me a charisma saving throw, please.
Okay.
That'll be an unnatural 20.
And the natural 20. Andy, you get advantage. 'Cause it's Fey magic.
That's more like it. 21.
21. Kirik?
18.
18. Let's see what my main man does then.
Fails again,
His character
probably.
sheet. Let's pull it up quickly. Well, he's got a -1. Hey! Yeah, the minute he sets eyes on her, he's just there like, oh, she's so pretty.
And we leave him outside. Fuck this. It's
She
getting
sort of
embarrassing
does her
now.
usual chuckle. No, come on, it's fine. I'm used to it.
Can't you wear a balaclava or something?
I thought you said something else then, but
Who, me?
Can't just go around asking if people can wear
no.
balaclavas and
Danny, when he said balaclava, I thought there was a different first word.
Not
Balaclava.
No. Can't you wear like a mask or something?
No, it's an aura. It's not just looking. It's being in my presence. I can't help it.
Okay.
Well, one thing I hope you
helping
can
or
help is this handsome devil try and fix himself.
Captain Charming over here.
We call him handsome. I suppose there's something. Maybe.
I'm at least a 7 out of 10. Come on. If
Make
you
me a
round it
persuasion
up.
check, please.
And take 4 points of psychic damage.
Oh, God. Oh, hang on. If I'm making a persuasion check with my silver tongue, I can't roll lower than a 10, so that's a 14.
And she sort of looks and goes, maybe a 6. Anyway, come on, quickly. So, has anything progressed? Are you feeling it all? My neck doesn't
I'll
look
show
good.
my neck and my arms.
Yes, I expected as much. So, I found some of my notes from long ago, and well, I got the name wrong. Spell sickness was just what came to my head. It's from what I was told, it's known as Mage Blight.
You
That sounds so much worse.
I know, and I just want to make sure you have the facts, so I'm afraid you've stretched yourself beyond your limit, and
That's
there are
normal.
consequences, especially in this world. So, listen, this is known to send people mad, and known to claim their lives. What I can do is I can at least give you this charm, and that should hopefully lessen the effects of that madness, or at least hold it off for some time. But you need to find some way, some cure.
How are we going to know if he's going mad? He's potty as it is.
Well, no, madness in its truest form, I think you'll know.
Thank you very, very much for even helping this far. You don't know where we need to go to fix him. Propers.
Well, I know if the faith healers, this is arcane in nature. You need to find somebody who understands the deepest roots of the arcane, or I don't know if you.
Hey, Ander, what about your
At
lady
this
friend?
point, pray.
Will she be able to help?
I think we might need the distiller.
Oh yeah, I forget you don't pray to anyone, do you? Yeah.
She is the friendliest, most powerful magic user I know. Ethereal won't help. He won't care. The Eladrin obviously will try and kill me.
Ethereal does have his talents, and he has been many a place.
Oh, you know Ethereal, do you?
Oh yes.
Oh, you don't know where he
He
usually...
spent some time in the Feywild.
Oh, he
while I
has?
was there.
Oh, blimey. Alright. You don't know where he usually is, do you?
Well, no, but I know he had a residence in the Feywild.
No way. Ah, right.
Well,
so,
he has a
Kirik,
house
we
in the
need to know
Feywild.
where he is. He's our way in to go and help our friends.
Noted.
Ethereal helps no one but himself.
We'll find a way of making it useful to him.
We got the vibe from that.
Now listen, I don't want to be insensitive, but this charm did take some significant effort. And as you now look at it, you can see sort of the slight bags under her eyes, and it's only now that you've managed to get past that sort of charm, that aura, that you do notice some of the imperfections.
Noticing, well,
continues on it.
worrying with the veins that are in my arm, and worrying that I'm going to look like a cursed madman again. I will. This is unlike Ander, but he would be like, "How much? I'll compensate you for your effort."
Well, let's just. I don't like to take advantage. Let's just call it 10 gold, and.
Don't be silly.
You've cured yourself, just return it, and we'll be fine.
Surely there's some sort of favour or something that we could help you with. Anything you're wanting, missing, need.
I have a lot of.
Make me a perception check, please.
Oh, 13.
In fact, make that an insight check for me.
Okay. 9.
9. Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Oh. Is there anything you need? Any items for your magic for your shop?
Well, perhaps not for the shop, but listen, if you ever do find your way into the Feywild, perhaps contact me when you get there. If you get there.
Doesn't.
How?
Yeah, it's not very good when we're in a different plane. So these lot tell me. Can you not tell us now?
I'd rather not.
Yeah, right. We'll do our best to get in touch. I'm sure we're heading that way eventually. Sooner rather than later.
Well, if
sounds of
Ander
it.
does have some connection and somebody there can help him, then... Well, that is your call. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow, Dargon. I do not wish to distract you too much.
I
Yeah.
will give her 20 gold nonetheless.
Where's the best
And she takes
blacksmith
it.
around?
She takes the gold off Ander and she sort of looks at you, and you can see the pity in her eyes, and she just sort of bends down towards you, plants a kiss on your cheek. Be well, Ander. See you soon. If you want a blacksmith, then there is one just across the way. They should do you. They should suit you. Depending on what you're looking for, of course.
Cheers, much obliged.
Ask for Eva. She owns the shop.
Eva. Cool. Will do.
As we're leaving, I turn to the rest of the group and say, well, I'm going to go on my own way for the rest of the day. I'll try to find where... I'll try to see if I can get to Ethereal. I'll put some messages out, and I will do some praying, some reading.
Do you know what I'm now
Okay.
worried about? Now, I don't know if it's early madness setting in. Ethereal has residence in the Feywild. Who else do we think likes to travel between here and the Feywild? You don't think he's working with the Eladrin, do you?
Well, now you've said that, yeah. Bollocks. I mean, is it inherently evil, the Feywild? Is it that everyone goes there is likely to be, or is it just a coincidence?
Have I? I've been a little distracted with my own degradation, but have I told you that I spoke with the spirit last night?
No, you haven't.
Oh, before you go, I must tell you. Actually, as he recants his memory, Ergo flicks back through his notes. So, I communed with her last night, and I actually, for a change, I asked her about herself rather than speaking about me. So, obviously, that was a change from the norm.
You've changed.
And she actually told me, well, nearly dying a few times and being cursed twice just change a person, Dargon.
Duly noted.
I tell you, my leaf is nearly fully turned over, I may say. Not quite fully, but... Well, anyway, back on point. She told me that she actually is part of a sibling group. Her and her three sisters actually escaped from the Feywild, and she was part of something known as the Summer Court, which makes sense because I have the blessing of the Summer Grove, so it all kind of links together. But apparently there is a Summer Court, well, the Sealy Court and the non-Sealy Court, but the Summer Court are the good guys. So she was part of the good guys, but she did also tell me not to trust any Fey ever because they're inherently tricksters. So then I asked her if I could trust her, and she laughed, which was disconcerting. And then she called me her champion, which arguably buttered me up and got me back on side. But she said that when we get to the Feywild, I must find her in the Dryad's Grove, which is a clearing in the forest, and hopefully that is where we'll find some answers, or at least some help.
Are you sure she can't?
Mystery.
You sure she can't help you get this sorted?
No. I don't think so. Not here anyway. Maybe if we got to the grove in the forest. Maybe,
yeah. But that's what I mean. You know,
because she said that's where I could meet her and find her and actually see her in real life.
I was going to say, isn't that what we need to do? Get there on the double. You know, as soon as we can. More and more stuff is pointing us towards the Feywild.
I know, but my worry is I'm going to need my magic in the Feywild.
Then we need to get to her as quick as possible once we're there.
Using my magic may accelerate this process. So do I need to get fixed before we head into Feywild?
I'm more than happy to try and pick any ally who's going to help us. But if it doesn't work, we know that you might be able to get help in the Feywild. You can't really hang about. You're looking shite. Oh, well, you're a little better hopefully without that marking on your neck, that road rash. Speaking of talking to higher powers, I did get another vision from Timiel, or more precisely, I think, a reenactment of his memory as to exactly what happened with him and that horned beast we've been talking about. And he does have red eyes. And I recant exactly what I saw and all the other bits, and the fact that, you know, after that turned towards the king or the crowned person.
So the man in your dreams, the demon in your dreams, is the one that corrupted Timiel.
Yeah.
It's one and the same.
Yeah.
And we also suspect he is the puppet master of the Eladrin.
Yes, well. Hip hip hooray. You dropped your sword.
I did. That was me jaw hitting the floor from being a gasp. I haven't dropped anything in weeks. I'm doing well.
Yeah, right. Well, look, we got a more immediate matters, like, you know, me going one to one against the original champion. Being selfish for a minute. So I'm going to go sort that out. Kerrick?
Yep.
I hope you are successful in your endeavours today. Be nice to know a little more.
Me too.
And the genies go lie down.
Do I, being in Moonbright, obviously I can send messages along criminal networks. I've got my own courier service out if I want to use it. I haven't really picked up on it since See-Me. Do I notice or see signs of a similar thing in Moonbright? My thinking being, although they might not let him in the gates, I want to try and get a message to the distiller to see if she can help me. But the only way I know how to do that is through nefarious means.
Make me a perception check, please.
Okay, unless Kerrick wants to do it for me. Oh, God. 15.
So as you sort of begin to scan around and you look for the obvious signs, or at least obvious to you, of that slightly questionable individual, and you spot sort of off to the entrance of sort of this market square one individual in just sort of simple leathers, just sort of leaned up against the wall, head back, looking down his nose, sort of as people walk past, sort of looking nonplussed. And as you pay closer attention, you can see some of the tools of the trade just poking out of certain pockets.
Do you think it's worth me getting a message to the distiller? I mean, I think I can do it through back channels and dodgy contacts, but she may be able to help us. It's my first thought. She's powerful enough.
Might be worth.
Okay.
Can you also use that to find a buyer?
That's a good point, actually. I will. Two birds, one stone. I'll ask. So while you're going to the blacksmith and Kirik is, I don't know, buying potpourri and incense, I will go and speak to this upstanding member of the community.
Okay. So, Dargon, or sort of the three of you go your separate ways, and Bothrid's sort of there for a second, just sort of shrugs, goes on with Dargon. Dargon, as you sort of begin to make your way towards the blacksmith, and as you approach the blacksmith building, quite obvious, there's a number of sort of items outside, sort of simple swords, axes, looks like some armour of different sorts, but then you also see tied to a railing 3 wolves. One black, one sort of grey with white flecks in its fur, and another one just the whitest wolf you can imagine. But they all sit quite tamely outside this shop. As you begin to approach, a figure runs up to you, dressed in just simple trousers, sort of a cloth tunic, and they come sprinting up. Mr. Champion, sir!
Good morning.
I have a message for you from the Archdeacon.
Oh, aye. What is it?
Here.
Well, cheers. Here's a silver.
Thank you. And he sort of sprints off again.
I open it.
As you open it, there is sort of, again, quite fancy script, but the message is short. And it just says, Goliath, bring everything you have. See you on the battlefield. Signed, the Archdeacon.
Stare at it for a couple of minutes. Not quite sure what it means. Thinking about it.
Show me what you've got.
Well, while I'm here, might as well still go and say hello.
Okay, so as you approach, you see sat sort of at a table just beyond the railing where the wolves are tied up. There is a tallish looking woman, human woman, sort of hunched over, and you can see she's sort of just measuring up different bits of ore and sort of putting some to some side or to the side, and then bringing other bits up, sort of looking at other bits of ore and matching them along as she looks up. And as she looks up, you can see that across her face, when I'm not hitting my mic, sorry, is just this huge great scratch mark, and it actually sort of bisects one of her eyes. You can see one of her eyes is sort of clouded over, but she looks at you. Hey!
You Eva?
I am.
Pleased to meet you. I'm here for, wondering what weapons you might have. Big weapons.
She just picks up a dagger off the side. All the stock's over there.
Cheers. I go and have a look.
Okay, and there's a variety of long sword. There's a variety of long swords. Short
Variety of longsword, boy.
Sean Connery there.
Surely you can't be short.
There's so there's a variety of different weapons. There's long swords, short swords. You see a great axe, some war hammers. There's some more simple daggers, hand axes. You see a javelin up on a hung up, basically, sort of kept up on two hooks. And as you look at it, there is a distinct bluish tinge to it, and Bothrid sort of steps up to it and on tiptoes looks closer, comes down, turns to you and, Dargon, can I spend some money?
Sure you can. That looks awfully like you're the one you had before.
Yeah, the one that I hit the Kraken with.
That's the one. Yeah. Eva, how much is this one?
1400.
Copper?
Don't be stupid. Gold.
Just pulling a leg, Eva. Bothrid, how much you got?
Good question. Bothrid sort of opens up his pouch. He's all silver.
I mean, I could get it for you if you, because you did save our lives, Bothrid, and you're always helpful. You sure you're not happier with that staff that you got at the moment, or do you prefer the javelin?
And he sort of takes the staff down and looks at it, looks at the javelin. Maybe when we come back next time, I'll take it.
How about...
Must learn stuff first.
How about if you win some gold on the fight, you come back and get it?
Okay.
If I look around with detect magic, what do I notice in any of them but the javelin?
Yep, so the javelin does sort of bright green. You then notice a set of plate armor. And it's a full body set of plate armor. There is this helm, looks very Magneto-ish. These two huge great pauldrons that are got various spikes on them. Wrist guards, which again have these two sort of curved spikes either side of them. And it, as you sort of look at it, looking at it with detect magic and just seeing the green glow, and then sort of looking at it with your normal eyes, there's a reddish tinge to the armor.
Have I seen that type of reddish tinge before? Does it look like a metal?
Make me an investigation check, please.
Nice. 22.
No.
Okay. Do I recognise it?
It simply looks like very well crafted. Certainly rare in that sort of level of detail. But other than that, it's just a full suit of plate armour.
Would I, with my knowledge of battle, know that that is better than the single plate... Is it plate chest I have? Piece? What do I have at the moment?
It's a very good question. What do you have at the minute?
I have a mithril plate.
So you got full plate armour.
Oh, is that full plate armour? At the moment.
Yeah.
Hey, Eva. What's It's a nice looking piece of armour you've got here. Very nicely made. Does it do anything other than stop swords?
Well, I was sold that, so I don't know. But it's yours for 2,000.
Bollocks. There's the DM dangling shit in front of you.
Is the DM dangling shit in front of you?
Dunno. Do I see a great axe anywhere?
Yeah, you see a plain great axe just on the wall, lined up amongst a variety of other weapons. There's shields there as well, just sort of.
Can I pick up the great axe and, if Eva doesn't mind, doesn't like, shout out anything, just, handle it a bit, see what it feels like?
So you sort of heft up the great axe and then take a couple of swings. And Eva just sort of looks up, admires the form, goes back to looking at different pieces of ore. You notice that the great axe itself is crafted out of very fine steel, sort of leather wrapped around the haft or the handle, and right where the two blades of the great axe join, there is the symbol of a moon.
How much is the great axe, Eva?
It's one of me finer pieces.
Aren't they all?
No, some better than others.
Uh,
I can let you have that for 30.
Sounds like she's got TB.
From a player character point of view, I've got quite a lot of weapons now. Am I still okay with the number that I currently have available to me? It's one of those things like,
A number of those are in your bag of holding, aren't they?
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about those simple ones that are in the bag of holding. I'm talking about, I've got 2 hand axes on my belt, fine. Then I've got scimitar, warhammer, and I do still have a greatsword, very simple one, I think, which I probably just could get rid of. Yeah, greatsword.
Is the greatsword in your bag of holding? Because at the minute you've got warhammer on one hip. So your hand axe is sort of in your belt, warhammer on one hip,
Yeah.
Scimitar on the other, and then usually the greatsword would go across your back because it's too big to hang by your hip.
Yeah, there was some along those lines. Yeah. So it was just like, if I got the great axe, would that also go on my back? Would that cause a problem? Would I just get? Well, to be honest, I'd just sell the greatsword now. To be honest, I've never used it.
That's entirely up to you. You do what you want.
Yeah.
You could theoretically have 2 weapons sort of either side of your back.
Why the fuck have I never looked at this greatsword, guys? It's 2d6 plus 5. Which ironically means that actually it means that you can't. The great axe could roll lower. You could roll a 1, whereas this one, even if you roll 2 1s, you can only ever get as low as 2. Shit.
Well, no, technically the lowest you can get on that is 7.
Yeah, sorry, I just mean on the dice. What could you get on a great axe then? Just having a quick look.
Well, it's 1d12, isn't it?
Is it just 1d12, not plus anything?
Well, it's going to be 1d12 plus your strength. So the minimum you're going to get there is 12 plus something.
So it still would be the +5, wouldn't it?
Sorry, it's going to be plus something. Yeah, it'll be +5. Sorry.
Yeah. So the great sword is better.
Oof, that's
Depends on
probability
the
and maths.
Yeah.
I know. This isn't it.
You're asking the wrong crowd here, mate.
Mm-hmm. You really are.
Definitely asking the wrong DM if you want
It
mathematics.
depends on.
30,
I make
well,
up stories. I don't do
rely-
math.
30
I rely
gold
on
here,
D&D's
Eva.
algorithm.
Here you go. You've made
You're
a
buying
sale.
it. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll buy it. Buy the great axe.
She sort of takes the 30 gold. You need another. Oh, fucking smoke. You need another loot
Yeah, another
to wedge it in.
weapon loot. Cheers. How much?
That's what I meant.
Not good.
Spits to the side.
That's going to sound great on the podcast.
And she sort of stands, and now she stands, you can see she's actually quite frail, quite elderly looking. And the wolves sort of turn as she stands, and she says, "Sit down." She disappears into the shop, comes back out, and sort of beckons you to turn around. And as you turn around, you can see her sort of tugging at your back a little bit, and then she reaches her hand around. Not for a reach around, but take the great axe off
You
you.
knew exactly where I was going.
I was. I knew where it would go. And the next minute, as you hand over the great axe, you just feel again sort of this tugging as you sort of bustled around, and then a pat on your back. There. All done.
Cheers. Thanks a lot, Eva. We may be back for the javelin and possibly that armour, but got to mull it over.
Alright.
Have a good day. Like
On
the
your
wolves,
way.
by the way.
Well, I raise them.
Yeah, very nice indeed. Hey, put 5 gold on me tomorrow. I'm fighting the Arch Deacon. What hell, do you need some water?
She sort of tries to laugh, but it just turns into a coughing fit, and then she just sort of waves you away.
Alright. On my way back, I would like to find somewhere that I might be able to pop in with the cape thing, shoulder cape thing that I've got. Or I think I've got a cape, and change it. Ask someone to change it to a shoulder cape. Now that there's quite a lot on my back, so try and get it altered so that it's more round the front and just round half the back, so that it's not like interfering with any of the weapons.
A bit more Braveheart.
Okay, so you see a variety of other stores. We'll say while you are looking for that, Kirik, where were you going?
I will try and find a temple to the Raven Queen here in Moonbright, if possible. I will look in my book, and I'll try to find it.
Okay, so as you flick through your book, and you find the chapter on Moonbrights, you read that the temple does not sit within the city walls. However, it sits just outside. And there's sort of this whole prose around how the city is dedicated to Kord. They don't allow any other deities or temples to deities within the castle walls, but there are a number of shrines and temples set up. There is a simple building outside of Moonbright, and you sort of wander your way throughout the city and sort of go to the gates and explain to the guard where you're going, and you make your way, and you find quite quickly the building they're on about, and it's just a very, very simple wooden structure at this point. But what you notice around the outside are effigies of the Raven Queen. There is her symbol above sort of this doorway, and from what you understand, it started out as a shrine, but it has grown into a sort of a mini temple at this point. And there's various flowers associated with the Raven Queen and death planted around, and there are two darkly robed figures who each wear a white mask over their face. And as you approach, they see your holy symbol, and they very slowly just bow their heads, step to the side, and sort of point you into the temple.
I'll walk in.
Okay.
I'll find a kind of corner, and I'll set up some incense, some water, and I will let the kind of smoke embrace me once again, as I will focus on her, and I will spend 11 minutes ritual casting commune.
Okay. So you do spend the time setting up, and as the figures outside realise what you are doing, they come and assist as well. Anything that will get them close to the Raven Queen, they are more than willing to help out. So they help you place out the necessary materials and sort of help fan the smoke around, and they actually grab a couple of censers and begin to waft it around the temple for you. And then you sit sort of in the centre of this circle, if you like, that you formed, and it's not a big temple. There's probably room for about 5 people. You see the shrine dedicated to the Raven Queen, and you're sat sort of just inside the door where you've created this, and the two figures kneel next to you and just sort of bow their heads. What is it you wish to do?
Is Anders' illness something I am able to stop?
Anything else, or is that it?
It's 3 questions, so...
Okay, so, sorry, yeah, you're doing commune. My bad. So,
No worries.
as the smell of the incense seeps into your nostrils and sort of you feel your eyes just instinctively close, I am going to ask you to make me a... I'm going to say a wisdom religion check, please.
Nice. Okay. 27.
27. Okay. And as you sort of, the smell seeps into your nostrils, you're taken into that space beyond, and you see the figure form before you, sort of raven's feathers falling around you, and then just that figure that forms out of the darkness, the white mask, as she steps forward. My child, this is not something I know of. It is beyond that of life and death. It is raw, almost primordial.
I thought that might be the case. I just thought I'd ask anyway. Is Ethereal fighting on our side?
You can see her head sort of turns for a moment and returns to you. The Great Wizard. Only he knows. But your paths are intertwined, at least for now.
That's good to know, at least. The Eladrin, is he currently on this plane?
The Eladrin is hidden, even from me. I sense his lingering effects. He is guided by something greater than simple magic.
Thank you. I think I understand a bit better of what the mission is. I'll do my best.
In time, all will be revealed. Guard the veil, my child. Guard the veil. And everything begins to recede, that smell, and around you, and you sort of feel the presence of life and the world around you. As the two figures have actually stood now, as you open your eyes, they've taken off their masks and both of them are there.
Quite something.
They replace their masks and they sort of bow, and one of them actually just tentatively sort of reaches out and then places a hand on your shoulder. And you can see sort of the eyes behind the mask, just the hint of the smile behind the mask.
Mm-hmm. I thank you for your presence, but the next step I need to perform it alone, if you wouldn't mind.
And they both nod. But what they do is they both step outside and each of them picks one of the flowers, and it's a white flower. And they just hand it to you. Each of them.
I'll grab it. Take them. As they leave, I will grab my ivory strips. I will kind of place them in a square in front of me, and I will deposit a large amount of incense on the bowl, and I will start to light it up. I don't know which one to do. As I'm lighting the incense up, I will start to focus on the image of the Eladrin and kind of all the knowledge that we've, all the little knowledge that we've managed to gather. And I will say, I will call back to the the training I've done with Dargon, where he told me that kind of part of winning the battle is knowing the enemy. And I'm going to cast Legend Lore for the Eladrin.
You beautiful man.
And he's thrown a curveball.
Hey, DM, can I read all your notes?
There was two I wanted to do, but I was like, maybe if I do this one, I'll get the information I want from the second one. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, Sam, I didn't have the mic drop sound effect.
That's a lot of incense, though. That's a lot of incense I just spent.
That is a lot of incense.
It's 250 gold.
I am going to need you to roll me.
Absolutely.
Roll me a wisdom check, please.
That's 10.
10. So as you focus in on this spell and you focus in on the person of the Eladrin and sort of try and reach out to whatever forces are out there to try and give you that information, it's a struggle, and you really have to push through a barrier to even just try and get anything. But in sort of the back of your mind almost, there are whispered words, and some of them you really struggle to catch. As Sumal's there, pen in hand, like, give me the information, you bastard.
No, I'm loving this. I'm loving this.
And those whispers just sort of... And the one word that you do pick up is... throne. Failure. Ruin. Devils. Corruption. And you're just drawn back.
Cool. Danny's muted, I think.
Danny.
I said, I hope you got that, because I was like, I don't know why leaning closer helps me here.
I did say whispers, and it was a 10.
Yeah, I think I got most of them. Cool. I will kind of like come back from the the days that I've been in and kind of catch a breath, and I'll find a I will kind of gather my things, walk outside. I'll nod to the two individuals that are standing there, and I'm actually going to sit out here, kind of leaning on the wall of the temple, and I'll do some reading for the rest of the day. That'll be until this time where I notice that the gates are about to close for the day. I will move back in.
Roll me a d8, please.
Ooh. 5.
You managed to get in 5 more hours of your book.
Nice. Thanks very much.
Nice.
We then turn to Mr. Hornraven. So while all this has been going on...
I'm pretty rusty, at talking to other rogue folk. especially to utilise the essentially the Thieves Camp WhatsApp that we have. So I'm going to approach the gentleman. I'm just going to almost quietly go, I need to require your services.
And where he stood, he sort of just... Alright. What services be them?
I need, well, one piece of information from you, and I need you to deliver a message for me.
I look like a messenger boy.
No, but I'm sure a man of your stature will have errand boys who could do that for him.
Man of my stature. Fuck on with you, it's delivery boys down there.
Do you not know who I am?
I'm sure he can send a Malcolm X.
And as you say, do you not know who I am? He turns and looks. Alright, Billy Big Bollocks. What is it you need?
I need to find a buyer. And I also need a message delivering to the Malt Masters.
Are you saying all this in Thieves' Camp, by the way? Are you saying this in common?
Common. Otherwise I have to get my Cockney rhyming slang out, and I can't remember all the things I've made up in Thieves' Camp, so now I'm talking common.
So you say a buyer and you sort of... Don't know any a buyer. Malt Masters, you say? Does it say you want delivery boys?
The Thieves Guild in Sydney. Have you not heard of a buyer? Okay. That's odd. I thought he was...
He sort of looks around and then pulls out a dagger, whips you round. You need to watch your fucking tongue, mate.
Should we go somewhere more private?
No, I think you'll all do. What do you know this Thieves Guild then? How do you know a buyer?
Do you not know a kingpin when you see one?
Make me a deception check, please.
Damn straight, I can.
Go on.
29. Have some of that.
Sort of spins the dagger around his hand, places it in, releases you. Follow me.
I'll forgive you
I'll
that.
lead you down this thin alleyway and around the back into sort of the... It's not quite a slum, but it's just one of these dark alleys between buildings. Doesn't smell particularly great. You see the odd rat scurrying around. You see a few sort of beggars and vagabonds sort of hanging around, and the figure you've approached just sort of... Get out. Right then, Mr. Kingpin. And then he switches to Thieves' Camp. What is it I can do for you? Obviously, all of this totally unintelligible to anybody who doesn't know Thieves' Camp, but for the sake of making this easier to talk.
Now, I'm deep under the cover. I'm saying on this in Thieves' Camp, I'm deep under cover at the Malt Masters. I'm running a long con. I need to get a message to one of the heads of the gang. So if I give you a written message, can you get it to them?
A buyer's missing.
I know. I want to find him.
Well,
That's my second
missing.
task for you.
He's missing. We've been looking for him.
You have no leads, no clues.
If you think the leader of the Serpent's Cloak just goes missing like that and we wouldn't be able to find him, then what you want?
Do you think he doesn't want to be found?
No. I reckon if he's been missing this long, he's probably dead.
Who's your list of suspects?
How long you got?
Top 3.
Well, between you and me, Mr. Kingpin, I made a deal not so long back with a elven prince to steal an artifact. Didn't go too good. Prince ended up dead. Nobody knows how.
I heard about that. I'm also in the market for some artifacts. Do you know which one he stole? I've managed to locate 3. I need the other 9.
Obaya's jobs, when he did them, didn't tell many of us lower folk. Surely he would have told someone like you, though. Why are you asking me?
Me and him were on a strictly need-to-know relationship.
Well then, if you don't know, you obviously didn't need to. And I certainly don't. Be better off going and asking the elves what they had nicked from them.
Okay. Secondly, about this message, can you get one to the Maltmasters?
I think so. Cost, mind you.
Surely my favour is payment enough.
No. You know how we work. You want something delivering, going undercover. I was about to say under the radar, which will be thieves' camp there.
Undercover.
You have to pay. Even a buyer knew that.
You can't blame a guy for trying, surely. Okay. What's your price?
Maltmasters. They don't like us unsavoury folk. And that's a fairly long way. I'm gonna have to sneak into that village. Town. Let's call it 5 gold.
How about, to make it more palatable, 6 gold and you buy yourself a disguise? They're not.
You want me to do it personally, do you?
Well, whoever you get, but you seem like a talented individual.
Let's call it 15 then.
Hang on a minute. We've trebled it up. I added an extra gold on for a disguise. Now we've tripled it.
Yeah. I didn't think you needed me.
Well, how good's your courier? Is he as skilled
We've
as
got a
you?
network. There's plenty as skilled as me. You don't just get into the Serpent's Cloak with your bare balls now, do you?
I'll meet you at 9. And I'll spit on my hand and hold it out.
Where's your coin?
I'm not going to get my coin purse out in front of you, am I? I'm not that stupid.
Not that coin, you moron. What kind of... Are you even a member of the Serpent's Cloak? Show me your coin.
Sorry, yeah. Pip, got to get it out for him.
What are you pulling out?
The coin that they give me in Riverlin, not Riverlin, fucking hell, where's Riverlin? That's near where I live. A coin in Fairduin, the River's End coin.
He looks at it. Goes to his dagger again.
Limited edition, that.
You're not one of the Serpent's Cloak, are you?
A close ally.
No, I'm supposed to take your word, am I? Dagger comes out at this point. Why not I just be done with the year, take that pretty little coin purse off your person. Maybe some of that nice sparkly armour there.
You could try it, but you'll be dead before you'll be even finished moving your hand.
Your message ain't getting sent then, is it, boy? If you got no coin, maybe I'll just have to double the price.
My offer is 9. That's as high as I'm going. If I'm wasting my time, I'll just leave and find somebody more equipped.
Oh no, you're not leaving here, my boy. And with that,
oh, for fuck's sake.
4 other individuals just appear out the shadows.
Okay.
We don't know where you are.
Territory. Speaking about a buyer, claiming you're a kingpin, and yet you've not even got a coin.
I didn't say I was the kingpin of the Serpent's Cloak, did I?
We don't do business with anybody but our own. Or at least those willing to pay. So what's it going to be, pretty boy?
At least somebody thinks I'm a 7 out of 10.
Won't go that far. Maybe a 6.
Insight check him.
No, I can see the glint in his eye. He knows I'm a 7.5. Right. You know my terms. 9 gold, or I walk.
When I've said, you're not walking, and the price just doubled.
You really don't know who you're dealing with, do you?
Be honest, I don't really give a flying fuck.
Oh. Oh, I was really tempted to overreact and do something stupid then. Do I? Should I? Yeah. I'm going to cast Reduce on him.
Oh, fuck.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
So the first thing I need you to do is make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. 4.
Oh, shit.
So as you go to sort of reach into that pool of arcane energy, just you get sort of a searing pain in your head. You are going to take 1 point of psychic damage, and you just lose the spell.
Oh, it's a waste of a spell slot.
And he sort of holds the dagger up under your chin now. Constipated?
No, I was just fighting the voices telling me to kill you.
Roll me an intimidation check, please.
I'll use a lucky point if I may. Oh no! 11 is the best I could do with that.
Oh,
Oh, boys. Looks like we're going to have a clean-up job on our hands. Last chance, pretty boy. 30 gold. Or maybe I'll just decorate this alley with your pretty boy blood, shall I?
I will. Here's a question out of character. If I pluck a ball off my necklace of fireballs, can I put it back on if I don't use it?
They're just sort of
no.
threaded on.
Oh, no.
So you could re-thread it on, yeah.
Oh no.
Right, so I'm gonna pluck a ball off the necklace, and I'll show him the veins, black veins in my neck, and I go, I've got nothing to lose. I'm gonna die soon anyway. You fancy coming with me? And I'll just show him the fireball.
Oh no.
Make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Oh, fucking hell. 24. Thank fuck for that.
So the dagger flicks around in his hand, and you can see him go to snatch the opal out of your hand, and you just pull it back in time. Well, pretty boy's got some skills. Not be looking too well. Well, if you've not got much time, maybe me and my boys will just do you here and take what we want anyway. You need us more than we need you.
I will. What will I do? What will I do? I'll chuck it up in the air. And then when everybody looks up at it, I'm going to fucking run.
So as you chuck it up in the air, you can see the 6 of them sort of look up. I am going to need you to make me a stealth check.
This has gone really well. 25.
So as it goes up, you just disappear into the shadows and you're gone. All you hear is, find him.
Oh. So I've tried to hide. Actually, now I've hidden, I'm going to flick my hood up, go invisible. I'm going to try
We'll keep
and
your
catch
25
the orb
stealth
with
check
my
up.
mage. I'm going to try and catch the orb with my invisible mage hand so I don't kill everyone in Moonbright.
Okay. As they all turn around, I am going to need you to first make me a Constitution saving
This is
throw.
getting elaborate now, isn't it?
Don't
Oh,
use
it's a
any
fucking
magic.
cantrip, isn't it?
Then he just uses
It's a
fucking
cantrip.
loads.
It's alright, I got a 19 on the con save, so it's fine.
So this time you sort of manage to get past that sort of mental block and make me, with the mage hands, make me, fuck it, make me a sleight of hand check.
Oh no! 14.
14, so you just see the invisible mage hand just sort of go underneath, and you just pull it back to you.
I'll try and skulk back to, well, where I last saw the guys, which is where the enchantress is, because that's where the blacksmith is as well, isn't it? While staying invisible.
Okay, so you sneak out of
I'm
there
skinning
with
the teeth
your
on my arm.
good stealth check and get yourself out of that alleyway. And you sort of turn a corner, duck down behind something, take the hood off, just...
Here's a question. Have I now lost my River's End coin?
I will say for the sake of this, no, he didn't take it, you just held it out.
Thank you. That was a bit of kindness from me there. Well. I went tits up, didn't it?
Well, I'm glad we all achieved things today.
Cool. So, is there anything else anybody wants to do today at all?
There actually is, yeah, I forgot something.
Yep.
At the end of the day,
Both
I
Kirik and
will.
Dargon. Kirik first, yep.
At the end of the day, I will move. I will talk to one of the masked. Well, both of them actually. Both of the masked individuals that are standing by the temple, and I'll say, Good evening. I've been trying to go on a journey to Delywin. It came to my attention that Delywin currently doesn't have a temple to the Queen in there. I was hoping that once my travels take me to that place, that I would be able to have something to start a small shrine or the like. And I was wondering if in here you have a reliquary of some sort that I would be able to carry with me, fill with any treasures that I might find, to later set as the heart of the shrine.
And they sort of look at each other nervously. Be careful in Delywin. Erendriel doesn't like any other, well, let's just say anybody that's not one of the elven deities. We've tried. Many of our kind have tried in the past. They've all been ripped down.
I travel with a charming group of individuals, as Ander fails every single charisma check as I was saying this.
To over the other side of the city where Ander is being.
So I'm sure we might be able to work something out.
Sure. Well, we not want to stop her influence being spread. And one of them disappears into the back, sort of pulls together a reliquary, and puts in some of the flowers. There's a bone of some sort, you're not sure what's put into it, a lot of incense, and they sort of just hand it over to you, and it's in this sort of nice, I'm going to say sort of, fucking hell, what's the 3D version of an octagonal thing.
A D8.
Not even a D8.
So, think of an octagon, but elongated.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
It's in that.
An octagonal.
They sort of hand that over to you.
Yeah, octagonal cylinder.
Yeah, an octagonal cylinder thing.
That.
Yeah.
Great.
Anybody
yeah.
in the chat that's watching and knows what one of them is, please let us know.
I will
Tweet
grab
us,
it.
drop us a message on Instagram,
It's
whatever.
an octagonal prism.
There
Thank
it
you.
is.
An octagonal prism will do the job. There we go.
I will pick up the octagonal prism of a reliquary, and I will say thank you to the two priests that are here, and I will place it inside
Before
my...
you sort of put it away, one of them raises his hand and just places a hand on it, bows his head, says a silent prayer. Go in her name.
Thank you. Thank you for your work.
Thank
I will
you.
make my way back to town as I put this in my bag.
Cool, you make your way into town, and as you make your way through the gates, some of the guards now sort of give you a bit of a shifty look, knowing where you've been, and just sort of almost look down their nose at you a little bit. You carry on into town, and you head back towards the tavern. Dargon.
So thinking more about the fight that's coming up, I was actually thinking about doing slightly more than that, and I can't remember whether it was a blue or a red, cape or something, but I was thinking maybe I could see if anyone could commission in a day some nice clothing, still a shoulder cape. I think we're gonna go with the sort of kilt sort of, form, but anything that would then go along with the armour that I usually wear. And I would say that I'd try and get it in the matching sort of yellowy, dark yellow, goldish sort of colour of Palor. That's what I would try and see if they could make.
So I'll say you approach, sorry, because I did forget this, you approach the general store, and on a sign above the door you see it just says One Eye Barrel. And as you go in, you see a female dwarf is sat there just sort of putting up various knickknacks. Can you explain to her what she wants? And she sort of nods. I think I can be commissioning that. Might take longer than a day unless you're in a real rush.
I'm happy to pay extra for you to get a couple more people working on it.
Music to my ears, dear. I'll have it done tomorrow evening.
Do I know if that's in time?
In time for what?
The fight.
You know the fight's tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds lovely. If you can also make it, talk about sort of the top part, just talking about, trying to make it stretchy, or, in some way held roughly so that it, if I break the straps, gets awful interesting in a fight, So that's all I'd ask.
Let me see what I can do tomorrow evening. You come visit me.
Oh, will do. Thank you very much indeed.
Make sure it's before closing time, mind you.
Sundown.
I need my beauty sleep.
I'll be here for sundown before you close, and I'll pick it up then.
Looking forward to it.
Cheers.
Cool. Anything else we want to do today?
Not from me.
Yeah, I mean, probably spend a couple of hours now if I head back, and I would read some of the Warlock Pact thingy book.
Okay, I'm going to say roll me a D8.
D8. 7.
7. You get 7 hours worth.
Late.
Having only milled about a few shops, you get a full day's worth of reading.
Cool.
As you are all sort of going about these things, these various activities, you do notice that there is a lot of activity in the city. You can see what looks like huge great swathes of cloth being run various places. There's posters being put up all over the place, and every now and again you hear people shout out, "Don't forget the grand fight tomorrow! Arch Deacon versus the champion!"
If I see one of these people, I'll go up to them and I'll ask them what time the fight is.
And you just point to the poster, and it just says midday.
Cock it. Fine.
Damn.
Cool. That's me.
Okay, so with that, I will say you all go back to the tavern, eat, drink, read, spend your downtime doing whatever you need to do, and then bed down for the night. And with that, we will take a short break. Heyo. And welcome back. So, Ander, I think just before we went to bed, you wanted to read your book as well, yeah?
That was what I'll be doing as my evening activity, but I also wanted to tell the gang that I didn't manage to get a message to the distiller because the thief that I tried to enlist was too scared to try and infiltrate the Maltmasters Guild. So that was a false lead.
Strange.
Think I was planned, but so might have to use other means. He was just too scared.
Sure, I'll insight check. Just for fun.
And roll me a deception check, please.
21.
27.
21.
Bastard.
Oh, yeah.
Rolled an 18.
Anders not being entirely truthful there,
Okay, I'll let it slip.
if at all truthful.
That's some bullshit.
I won't call him on it. I'll just head to bed.
You're a good man. So I will then retire early and go read my book. My tail between my legs.
I'm going to say roll me a d4, please.
Two.
You get 2 hours ebook done.
Nice.
Make sure you're tracking all that. Again, relatively easy night. Nothing much happens. Few noises outside. Andy, you probably have a slightly more restless night than usual, knowing that you booked it from a band of thieves. Although you have now discovered that this band of thieves at least has a name. And morning comes, and as the sun now beams in through your windows, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Almost befitting, as you can already sense the excitement in the city. Even just from your room, there is a buzz, a noise from the city as people are getting up early, and even at this stage, people are already heading towards the temple, trying to get the best. Heading towards the Crucible, trying to get the best seats. Anything in particular we're doing this morning?
I will wake up early, head to the Crucible, and I will start training if they have like a little training room or anything.
Okay. So as you approach the Crucible, some of those sort of white, ochre-coloured, robed figures. Champion, we weren't expecting you till later. Please, come in.
Yeah, have you
Training area is
got
yours.
a little training room or anything? I had to keep myself fit for
By
the
all
fight.
means, you can use the... You've been here before. You can use the side rooms as before. You got the note from the Arch Deacon, I assume?
Yeah. Does he mean I can bring in anything and everything I've got? Because last time I spoke to him, he said simple weapons.
He would like this to be a test of everything.
Beautiful. It's my kind of fight. Then, I'd
It
very
is
much
certainly
like...
shaping up to be a fun afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks. I'll, spend a couple of hours in the, training room.
Are you sticking with what you've got? Are you making any changes?
Certainly won't use the Warhammer. So I
Okay.
actually want to get acquainted. With... I think with the greatsword. And just a bit more work with the scimitar that I've got.
Okay. So you spend the morning down at the Crucible, and Kirik and Bothrid, as you all wake up. And as Dargon is nowhere to be seen.
Has he left already?
He must have done. He probably didn't sleep very well. I did hear a lot of movement coming from his bedroom, so
He's probably too excited.
Probably.
I wanted to
How
give him some inspiration before he went in.
I have a couple of things I want to help him with, so. But how are you feeling?
I don't feel any worse, but sleep hasn't helped. I must admit, do you think you'd be able to ask Registilla to help me? Or if she can help me?
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't. I don't think I have. I haven't prepared my message today, but tomorrow I can definitely send her a message, and we are going to figure this out, Anda.
I know, we always do.
Just want to make sure that you know
But
that.
if I do start to go mad, and you do see signs of it, don't let it go too far.
It's a promise.
I can't end up like I did like with that cursed sword. I don't want to go to that place again.
Well, we won't let it get to that.
Now, realising he's just been
Okay.
vulnerable for a second there, Anders then going to try and go back to his normal self and be like, right, let's go win some money.
Let's go see our friend fight.
I wonder if they'll let me bet again, actually,
and you
'cause
see
I did
Bothrid-
absolutely rinse them last time.
As you're chatting, you can see that Bothrid's got the staff across his lap, and he has his eyes closed, and you can see the colour in it changes from this reddish colour through to this brown, yellow tinge of green in it. And once the colour changes, he sort of stands. Yes, good. So, shall we go watch him fight?
Let's go. I'm sure both Anda and I have some help that we can provide. And you as well, Dargon, I'm sure. And you as well, Bothrid, I'm sure.
Let's see what we can do. And you'll head off towards the Crucible. And it's not difficult to find, it being the biggest building in the whole of Moonbright.
At some point during the breaks or something, I would say to the guards, if my friends turn up, you wouldn't mind sending them down to me, would you?
They are welcome as long as you are here.
Cheers.
So you all rock up to the Crucible, and you can see there are just throngs of people. It is almost flooded now, and everybody seems to be dressed in similar colours. They're in sort of this ochre colours with blue sashes or blue capes, and it's a sky blue colour, sort of a very pastel blue. There are some that quite openly bear the symbol of Kord, either are embroidered into items or on jewellery, or whatever, on bags, various items. There are the guards around, just sort of making sure people flow into the Crucible steadily. And as you sort of all approach, you are directed by guards round to a sort of easterly direction around the Crucible, and you come in through this sort of side-ish door where a number of these figures just dressed in these ochre coloured robes sort of guide you in and lead you along various corridors, and they lead you to the room where Dargon is currently training, and you sort of all peer through the door as you watch Dargon go through a number of very brutish but almost elegant fighting stances and maneuvers, just practicing with the the great sword, and the scimitar. At one point, Dargon, you stop and just sort of run your finger along the great sword, nick your finger, satisfied, carry on, and you work through the process. Pick up your shield at one point and practice again, because of course you will not be able to use the greatsword if you have shield in hand.
Yeah, so one of the other things I also try is sort of lobbing the scimitar and the shield to the floor and grabbing my greatsword out, sort of as a fluid motion, to try and just get used to that. So yeah, that's what I try.
Okay, so you spend some hours practicing that, and then your friends join you in the room.
Ah, boys, good to see you.
We thought we'd find you here.
Yeah. I wanted to get up early. I was excited for the fight. Just got up all bright and early, so wanted to hit something. So yeah, down here. I forgot I had this great sword. Had it for ages. So just never seemed to use it.
Bothrid looks and says, "It's been on your back."
Yeah, well, it's behind me. Right, I don't look behind me very often, Bothrid. I forget it's there.
That's what I like about you, Dargon. Always moving forward, never living in the past.
Yeah, so
That's one way to forget your emotional baggage.
Anyway, guys, I forgot to tell you.
Bothrid then sort of spends some time just sort of looking at his own items that he's got in his bag.
Forgot to tell you guys, but
Anyway,
got a note through from the Arch Deacon saying that, well, I surmised it as he's happy for me to take in anything I like. So I'm going to take in my full gear.
Oh.
I'm quite used to the scimitar that I've been using. The Warhammer's nice, but I kind of feel like the scimitar's going to be nice. Anyway, if I also feel like I need a bit more clout, I'm going to bring the greatsword out. It's been a while.
But then that also means he's going to bring everything he has.
Yeah, it is.
So, that means I might get good odds on you to win.
I've been pretty alright in a fight before, haven't I?
You feeling confident?
Always. Regardless of the outcome, it's a good fight.
Do you want to place a bet on yourself?
100 gold. Yeah.
Nice. Kirik, are you a better man?
Oh, no, not me.
oh what? No.
Bothrid, what say you?
Bothrid literally hands you his whole coin purse, which, as you look in it, there's only about 500 silver in there. All on Dargon to win.
Okay. I'll go find a bookie then.
So you disappear back out and sort of make your way up to the VIP boxes, if you like, where you're welcomed through. And you see a familiar face as the bookie, as you call him. He turns and looks at you and says, "Fucking hell. Alright then, what's it going to be this time?"
What are the odds on the champion of Moonbright retaining his title?
You mean the new boy? You don't mean the first champion?
Oh, good point. It's champion versus champion. OG versus... Okay. Big, bald, ugly fella.
Not the Archdeacon.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, alright. The one in the kill.
not the Archdeacon.
Your mate.
Yeah, him. I didn't know you know his name. Dargon.
That one.
Yeah.
One that blew up after Crucible last time, and this time as you turn and look out towards the field, it is littered with rocks and rubble and stones. The grass has regrown, but near enough the far end there is just this massive crater, and you can see sort of some glints of what look like maybe metal in there.
Yeah, the fixer up.
And there's like a din in this area now, as there's a lot of excitement, a lot of noise. He turns around and sort of looks at you and sort of, "Oi, Sonny, you want to make a bet?" Right.
Yes.
Your mate. No way he's beating that Archdeacon. 70-1.
70-1. All right. 2,000 gold says otherwise.
Your coin, mate.
Have you got enough to pay my winnings though before I make a bet this big?
The city will see it done.
All right. 2,000 gold is my bet. That's inclusive of everyone else's bet, by the way. Just so we know.
So that was 2,000 in total, including everybody else's, yeah?
So that's obviously 500 silver of Bothrid. What's that? 50 quid? 50 gold?
50 gold, yeah.
So
50 gold
for them. And then I'm doing obviously 1,850. But I'll split the winnings proportionately from the contribution they made.
Sure.
I like the assumption there will be winnings.
Fairly confident.
Out of character, I'm getting a get.
So eventually you sit and you see there's some entertainment even in the middle of the Crucible, and there's sort of some sort of acrobatic shows going on, and then you see some of the guard come out and show some various forms, and there's just some basic tests of strength, somebody lifting up a huge great log, caber toss if you like, throwing it as far as they can as a couple of the guards do that, and there's cheers coming up from the crowd, but you all sit and wait. Kirik, have you made your way up to the box at this point?
I'm still with Dargon.
You're still with Dargon.
Yep.
So you can hear the noise from the outside. Anders not returned.
Is Bothrid
Bothrid
here
and Kirik still with you, Dargon. Okay. Bothrid's still with you.
I will kind of ask someone that's working here, if anyone, how long till the champion fights?
They sort of pop their head out of a window, look up. Half an hour? Maybe less.
Half an hour.
Oh, no, hang on.
Okay.
And at that point, somebody comes through the window. I never was any good at reading the sun. Somebody walks in. So then, champion, are you ready?
Born ready.
Just, okay. We'll just
You
be,
were saying something.
Yeah.
We'll just be a couple of minutes.
By all means, when you're ready, through those doors, I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
Righto. See you then.
And he goes through these double doors and closes them behind him.
I'll say to Dargon, well, if it's bring everything, I will take out a piece of white cloth from my pocket. I will start muttering an incantation. I'm going to cast a 4th level aid to start with.
Ooh.
So myself, Bothrid, and Dargon will get an extra 15 hit points.
Oh. They're modifiers, aren't they?
They are HP, and you gain that as well. So your maximum, and you gain that. That's what I mean.
So max HP
After that,
modifier, yeah.
Yeah. So after that is done, And as Dargon is kind of like getting ready, I will kind of close my eyes and say I'll say a prayer to the Raven Queen and say, let this one walk when he would fall, and I shall cast Death Ward, buffing you up here.
Nice.
So first time you would go to 0 HP, you go to 1 instead.
Nice.
I
definitely go to 1. I don't just stabilize.
You go to 1.
No, you go
one
to
hit
one
point.
hit point.
Actually become conscious again.
You are, yeah.
Yep.
You never go. You never go unconscious.
Basically, you wouldn't go
just-
unconscious.
Yeah.
Nice.
You just where it would reduce you to 0.
That is
you
one
stop
extra
at 1.
round. Damn.
Yeah, it basically is an extra round. It's basically what half orcs have, but you know.
Yeah.
And then
Relentless
there's 2 more.
endurance or something.
Yeah. During this time, I will also be kind of. I'll be reminding Dargon of our own training and some of the stuff that he has told me. Just kind of like a reminder to basics, and I will use that to cast motivational speech. Which means you're going to get 5 temporary HP. Dargon, Bothrin and myself will also get that as well, the temporary 5.
Nice.
And finally, just before Dargon goes up, I will kind of grab onto his hand that has the platinum ring. And I'll say, don't get hit too much. And I'll cast Warding Bond.
What's the range on Warding Bomb, by the way?
That is 60 feet, so I need to stay fairly close to you.
Yeah.
So you'd kind of know that, I suppose.
Are you sure, Kirit? This is to the death, you know. Well, till one of us goes out, at least. We know they've healed us before.
I mean, I can heal myself whilst on the stands. I just don't want to risk interfering whilst the combat is happening.
Any much than you already are. You ain't hearing me complain. Well, while we're at it then, I suppose. So I'll sort of grab my shield. I'll smack it onto me armor as the sort of the arcane secondary armor appears as Armor of Agathis 2nd level.
And my final
Basically,
gift,
Super
the
Saiyan at this point.
final gift that Dargon doesn't see, is that I am kind of, as he's making his way up the stairs, I am rubbing between my fingers a piece of parchment that allows to cast Shield of Faith.
We're cheating at this point.
Which means that your AC has a +2.
What's the range on that one?
That is just concentration up to 10 minutes.
Just
So
concentration.
I like every time you take damage, I need to make a concentration check. So
Okay, is that an additional magic bonus? Or just typing 2 there at the additional magic
it's
bonus?
it's just a +2, yeah.
Yeah.
22 at
There's
the
no
moment
point
if I
giving
hold
you
my
a bardic
shield.
inspiration die now, is there?
Fucking hell.
Hey, every little helps. So
Every
okay,
little
Shield of-
helps.
I cast so much stuff, man.
You just cast more in a room than you usually do in a fight.
Now I
That is
understand why you have a message prepared.
Yeah, I've really hope nothing else happens because that was a lot of shit.
Only when the Arch Deacon
That was
realises
almost
we're
like on a
being
macro. He just went, fight all of these spells.
It's like, hey, here's an atom bomb to defend yourself.
Yeah.
Careful, don't
Good
press
stuff.
this red button
So,
till you... Oh, never mind.
as you spend this time preparing, and you step up now to the double doors, and the figure who had previously come into the room sort of turns to you and, are you ready?
I am.
He turns and 3 times bangs on the doors, and then you just hear these trumpets blare out, and the doors open, and you are led out. And as you are led out, your 2 companions behind you and this figure leading you out, you step out into the center, well, just outside the doors, into the Crucible. And I suppose what I should really do is now send you the link to Owlbear Radio.
Yes, please.
I got the trumpets.
Oh, he did get the trumpets, and I enjoyed that. So sending you the game code now.
Your HP is 139.
Yeah.
Plus 15 temporary.
Oh yeah, plus 20. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, motivational speech wouldn't scale.
No word, because I got. Well, no, it would, wouldn't it? I've got 10 from Margaret Armor of Agathis, plus 5 from yours.
That's a good question. I don't know if temporary HP scales up. Or if
This is a very good time to check.
Very good question. Yeah.
I think we need a link as well, don't we?
So, I have just sent you the code and the password.
I've only got a password.
It's coming through.
That's really weird. Where's my phone?
I was way off when I was trying to...
Oh, there we go. I
Yeah.
don't know why it hasn't shown up. That's really weird. That's fine. I shall do this.
Cool. So, as you're all sorting this out, the trumpets blare and there are cheers as you step out. And then there is this booming voice. Ladies and gentlemen, for your viewing pleasure for this afternoon, the greatest of battles, the greatest of contests, welcome to the Crucible of Kord. Cheers, shouts, yells, the trumpets blare again. Introducing from the eastern gates, the challenger, your champion, the one who defeated the Warforged, the one who created the crater. We give you Dargon, champion of Moonbright. Cheers, trumpets blare again. And now, introducing, you know him well. You have seen him fight. And the Crucible at this point almost goes deadly silent. He is the one who guards us all. The one who trains the soldiers. The one true champion of Kord. The Arch Deacon! Loudest cheer you have heard now, to the point where it almost rocks the Crucible, drowns out whatever trumpets blares there were. These double doors at the other end of the Crucible, Dargon, that you can see are a good, from where you are, probably a good 140 feet away. And you see a figure step out, and you can't quite see the detail, but you notice a large tower shield, what looks like maybe a hammer, sparkling armor, this bluish hair, maybe a bluish beard, and he just steps out bangs the hammer on the shield, bangs the shield on the floor, and then points the hammer towards you. Are we all ready with the map? Is everybody logged on?
Aye.
2 seconds. I am not actually.
Okay,
that I'll be
so
participating, hopefully.
for the sake of this, Ander, I'm not going to put you on the map because you are up in the stands.
Yep. I'm in the royal box, mate.
Stuff.
I'll. Yeah.
So as the
we
announcements
kind of-
are made,
just
Carry on.
as we're making our way up, as we're making kind of our way up, I would just whisper to Dargon, don't stay too far away from where we are.
Right, you are.
Cool.
okay. The figure then, or the figure that's led you out, Dargon, then turns, looks at you, pats you on the shoulder. Good luck, champion. May the best man win.
I intend to.
And he smiles, and then he turns and he sort of ushers Bothrid and ushers Kirik. We can go no further than doors. You must stand there. And he ushers you back inside the double doors. So let's just put Bothrid there, and we'll put... Where's Kirik? We'll put Kirik there. Okay. And you both sort of take up defensive stances. And again, that booming voice. Ladies and gentlemen, let the contest begin! Silence falls. Roll initiative, please, Dargon.
Unnatural 20.
Well, the Arch Deacon of Kord rolled a natural 1.
Oh, that's a good start. That's a good start.
So again, as that sort of trumpet blares out to signify the beginning of the fight, the Archdeacon just... and you have the initiative.
Also, sorry, I just double checked. Temporary HP doesn't stack.
Yeah, I've looked. So I've taken it back down. So I got my full 10, which is how much I would have. Yeah. I will walk up to... I will walk my full 30, so that should be... up to there.
Okay.
And I will shout out, "May the best man win." And I will fire out of my sword. Yes, I'm holding shield and scimitar at the moment, so out of my sword, guiding bolt. 120 feet.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I can reach that. So, 16 to hit.
Does not. As this out the sword just strikes out, you can just see the Archdeacon. He raises this tower shield. Doesn't have to raise it very much. Plants it in the ground in front of him and just...
And I will sort of just beckon him then with my sword.
Okay, the Archdeacon at this point sort of moves the shield away. And you can now see the grin on his face. He is going to... He grips the hammer bangs it against the shield, bows his head, closes his eyes, and as he closes his eyes, there is then just this, and from behind his back, 2 wings. And you can see the eyes sort of bleed bluish and crackle with this lightning type energy. And he is going to leap up and is going to fly 40 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Shit.
He now hovers above this crater that you created. And you can now see it. And it's not a massively deep crater, but you can see still the body of the Warforged just lay there in the middle. Nobody has moved it. It's just there. The Arch Deacon is then going to shout across, "Two can play at that game." And he just reaches forward with the hammer and fires a guiding bolt. I'm rolling like a twat.
Yes!
That was a 13 to hit. Was
Whiffs.
And you two just lift up the shield and sort of shatters against the shield. That will be him.
Step closer.
In fact, ignore me. Ignore me. That attack wouldn't have happened because he'd already used his action. So he just flies and sort of beckons you up.
What you gonna do?
So he's not going to do anything else. He's moved, he's actioned, he's done everything else, yeah?
That is him.
Somehow, if I calculate where I've currently got my cursor on the screen, that's like where I envisage. Just there.
Oh,
Oh, I can do. I can
let's
do.
find out.
I can do that. I forgot I could do that. Hey!
That
I'll
is
be
your
ready.
60-foot marker.
That's my 60-foot marker. Cool.
That will
yeah.
do you 60 feet.
So I do 5, 10, 15. Again. This time I will. I will attempt to taunt him and be like, "Ah, now you're just real easy to hit." As I fire out 3 yellow beams shooting. Looks slightly different to the previous ones I did, but shoot out the sword again and smash into him with magic missile.
Nice.
Okay, roll damage, please.
11 points of whatever that is damage. Force damage.
Force damage.
Force.
Okay, as he just sort of, as these bolts come out and he has time, he just opens himself. As they hit. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
Yeah, nothing else, just come down here if you wanna feel I summon at you real hard.
I forgot.
Dargon feels
I
weird.
forgot to. Yeah, I forgot to mention that warding bond also gives you +1 to AC.
On
saving
top-
throws.
On top of... Oh, fucking hell.
That stacks.
So,
Yeah.
what will that go under? Just a miscellaneous bonus?
Yeah.
Just add it as a bonus, yeah.
And you have resistance to all damage, of course.
Just
Cheating.
remind me on that +1 of the saving throw, because I don't know how to add it.
Yeah, we'll do. We'll do, yeah.
Cool. Is that the
I'm
end
just
of your go,
toying.
Dargon?
That's it.
Yeah, it's the end of my
Curic's the
go,
best
yeah.
corner guy
Okay.
anyone's ever had.
So the Archdeacon just flies straight towards you in a beeline, and as he soars towards you, when we drop him straight into the... He lands down in front of you and then brings down this hammer, and as you watch in slow motion as his hammer comes towards you, it is crackling with energy. And that is going to be
He's tall.
22 to hit.
23! Yes!
This is...
So you lift up the shield once again, but even as you lift up the shield, there's just this, and you can feel the force behind it.
Oh, fuck.
It's because we're talking about that +1.
Okay.
This guy's like Thor.
Yeah.
He is then going to use his bonus action to try and shove you back with the shield.
Oh,
I need you to make me
He's a
a
shitcaster.
strength check, please.
Yeah. Oh shit, I didn't see that
This
in
is
the
going
logs.
to go on for about
He got a
15
natural 20,
rounds,
didn't
this
he?
fight.
What did he get?
It didn't come in the logs, that's why I rolled a
Oh,
real
right.
dice for that one. But yeah, it was a natural 20.
Oh, bollocks. Saving throw?
No.
No, was
No,
it
strength check. Because
Okay,
it's for
yeah.
you to try and
unnatural 20, unknowingly.
unnatural 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, natural 20. Just shoves you back and you will move back 5 feet. So I'll do that for you.
Cool, thank you.
And you're also not.
Because I don't know
Well,
where my
no.
mouse is on 4 screens. I'm like, oh, where is it?
And
keep
Shield
going with
Master
the shove.
shove. Let me just double check. Action.
No.
Shove. No, it's just to push away.
Cool. So can we just give some kudos to that icon, that
That is
icon right
awesome.
there. That is some
That's awesome.
that is some baller icon. That is.
I got the weapon wrong though, and I forgot to change it.
Ah, that's legendary. Right, that's his go, is it?
That was his go.
Imagine if that would have hit. First attack.
Yeah, I'm only slightly worried
You
about
know
the
what?
fact.
No, it's not his go, because I really need to read character sheets before he shoves you. So we're going to take that back. He's going to try and hit you
Drop
again,
time.
because he does get 2 attacks per action.
Attack.
Cock.
Oh, that's a bonus. action.
23.
Hey, that one hits.
It's DC. Oof, oh
So,
no. Oh no.
that will be... Oh dear. That will be 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah,
Reduced to
none.
5.
Oh, okay. Well, right. When does this
Reduced to
happen?
5.
Because my Armour of Agathis is going to go off and hit him for the number of points he's just given me. But is that 9 or 5?
That's a good question.
When does
Ooh.
Armour of Agathis go in front of me
It's
actually
the
taking the
5.
damage?
You only get 5 hit points for Armour of Agathis, don't you?
10, because I did it at second level. You do it every 5 8 temporary HP for level. I did it at second level.
Bear with your
What
character sheet.
does
spells.
Armor of Agathis says like? Because Armor of Agathis might say
Manifesting a
equal to the
spectral frost that
damage.
covers you and your gear. You gain 10 temporary hit points. If a creature hits you with a melee attack while you have these hit points, the creature takes 5 cold damage. So it's while you have those hit points. So
yes.
Oh yeah.
every time he hits you with an attack while you have those hit points,
Yeah.
he will receive 5 cold damage. This is a single attack coming in you, so it will only be 5 cold damage back.
Fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's fine.
Okay.
He should receive 10 because he cast at a higher level.
Yeah. So when it says 5 temporary hit
sorry,
points,
10. I know what I meant. Yeah.
So is it that it takes 10
So
or
it's 10
9 because I got hit by 9?
No,
It's not-
it's
No,
just 10 flat out.
Oh,
It's
nice.
10 flat out.
Because
So
you
you will
cast
also
damage.
then take 6 points of lightning damage,
Yeah.
and he is also then going to throw a
Yeah, here it
wrathful
comes.
smite
Yeah.
behind
it is.
that, and that will be an extra 4 points of psychic damage. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
This is
Plus
getting
one.
out of hand already. There's a lot of maths. Do you have to half it
Natural
that then for
20.
resistance? Get in.
Nice.
There you go. So you can feel as that hammer strikes against you this time and sort of comes between the shield and the scimitar and sort of strikes against the frost. And as that frost sort of surges back to strike back out, you feel that hint of fear, but no, you resolve yourself. As then Armor of Agathis just... Is it on your turn or is it immediately? Is it?
It's gone. Yeah, it's gone.
I think it's an immediate. It's an immediate thing.
You,
so
you basically
as
use
then
up
that-
you use up the points that you give yourself, if that makes sense. That so
And
so-
what type of damage is it?
it's cold damage, isn't it? Not?
Is it cold damage?
Yeah.
Yeah,
cold damage.
it's cold
You
damage.
tell me. Cold
So
damage.
the
So as that
total
sort of
dam-
frost sort of surges and then just...
Yeah.
So the total damage was 19 for the attack, reduced to
So that
10.
would have been...
Yeah.
9... 15,
9 plus 6
19,
was
yeah.
4
19, reduced to 10.
to 10. Cool. So yeah, I'm like this one.
Right. So hang on. So I mean, I've currently got myself on 130. So actually, I'm on 139. I haven't lost anything. If that's
Yep.
hell.
Yeah.
Because of damage.
You just lost the temp.
Yeah. Bloody
So
hell.
remember your resistances because of the spells that have been
Yeah.
cast on you.
So that was.
And Kirik, you
10.
need to make a con saving throw.
I do need to make a con saving throw. I'm just marking 10 points of damage on myself.
It's good for
and
your
then
mental
con
health to take
saving.
D&D.
So that's fine. That's an 18. Shield of Faith still up.
Now bear with me because I just need to check something else. You are also going to receive an additional 15 points of radiant damage. Reduced to 8.
Would that... Is that part of the same damage, or...
That will be part of the same damage, sorry. That was me needing to remember everything that this fucking idiot's got. So that would have
So
been
I've rolled-
15,
I've rolled,
19, that would have been 34 points of damage reduced to 17.
17. I've rolled an 18 on the saving throw.
So that's... There you go. So that is still up.
Just,
So you've taken 17
just-
points of damage in total.
Yeah.
So you should be on 132.
Yep.
Cool. Your go. He's not going to do the shove this time.
Oh, cool. Well, tried and true, shall we? Say it with me. A booming blade.
T-shirt.
Yeah. Keep calm and booming blade. Yeah. That will be 2 attacks. That one. Oh my god, they're the worst rolls in the world. Both miss with a 13 and a 16, I'm guessing.
Yep. None of them are going to hit.
Ooh.
Shit.
As you sort of strike forward with the scimitar, and he just lifts that tower shield in front of him, and you can just hear that from behind the shield. Anything else on your turn? Bonus actions? No, you've done your bonus action. That was the spell.
Yes, you are right, and
Movement.
that seems awfully silly, doesn't it? Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm going to stay there for now.
Okay. So he is just going to move the shield around, spin the hammer in his hand, go to hit you with it. 22 to hit with the first one, will miss, catches on your shield. That's better. 28 to hit with the second.
Yeah, that'll do it.
God.
Jesus.
What's it got, like plus 12?
So you're going to take... So that's 13 points of bludgeoning plus...
Let's just add all this up.
Yeah, I'm doing the math.
4 points of lightning damage. He is then going to cast Thunderous Smite.
Oh, good.
He has all the smites.
You're going to take an
Does.
extra point
Ali.
of extra 4 points of thunder damage. I need you to make me a strength saving throw, please.
Plus,
It's
plus
basically
1.
Thunderwave coming at you, mate.
Strength saving throw 18.
Saving throw of 18. You are fine. So you manage to, as this just thunderous wave sounds out from as it strikes against you, you sort of hold yourself against it. You're still going to take the extra 4 points of thunder damage and an additional 15 points of radiant damage. So that will be 13, 17, 21,
36.
36 points of damage reduced.
It's
Oh my God.
18.
18.
Bloody hell.
18. Ooh. Natural 1 on the save.
Oh no!
Oh, there we go.
Right, what do I
That's
lose?
So that kills.
Shield of Faith. So you lose 2. You lose 2 AC basically.
Yep,
So you still have the you still have the +1 from Warding Bond. But
cool.
And as that strike comes in and Shield of Faith is gone, you can see Kirik just sort of... Or you don't see Kirik, but Kirik behind the scenes just struggles to hold on to it. This sort of black shimmer just appears over you.
Yeah.
Your go.
I understand why I got 17 to 1 now.
Right, try again.
Please roll well.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Let's see if it hits, though. Oh, crap. Why can't I do that? So that is a 19 to hit. And a 20 to hit.
Oh my God.
Nope.
Holy
Both
shit.
times as you strike in, it just catches you with the shield.
Are you just rolling below 10?
Yeah. Yeah, I rolled an 8 and a 9. The last time it was, what, a 5 and a 2. I'm like, can I roll higher than that, please? I think I'm going to put them in a jail.
Do that.
Yeah. And I will move 20 foot back.
Okay, you're going to inflict an attack of opportunity as a result. Which you will just strike out with the hammer. With a 19 to hit.
Oh, it fucking worked.
So you manage to sort of shrink back and retreat a little bit. That's your turn done, yeah?
That's my turn done. I'm good.
Get closer, Dargon.
Okay, he's going to again fly forward. And as he flies forward, just comes in with the hammer.
The 42 to hit.
Strikes once with a 22 to hit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this one first. That is 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
I've got my calculator out.
Plus
We're still halving these.
8
Mal.
points.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 8 points of lightning damage.
Yeah.
He is then going to use a 4th level
Oh no.
Smite.
staggering smite.
Well, at least he's eating away his spell slots. So
Yeah.
there's that, I guess.
That is going to be
What
an
was the first
extra 17 points of psychic damage. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
+1.
That doesn't fucking help. I rolled a 2. So that's 3 in total.
So as this strikes in, you are staggered backwards. You now have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, and you can't take reactions until the end of your next turn.
Oh damn!
Fuck.
That is big.
So
Okay,
that's how
you
I
are
can
also
use-
then
how
going to
much
take
will
the
you
additional
get,
15 points of radiant damage on that one.
Good lord.
So that's a total
So,
of...
to do that total, that is
55.
15...
Plus 8,
well,
plus
shit the
17,
bed.
plus 15. I've got it on a calculator on the screen.
Yes. So 30, 38, 45, 55.
That's the one.
55
Reduced
halved to...
28, if you round up.
Yeah.
If we won half of these, you'd be dead already.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
28
work
points of
out.
damage.
Hang on a minute.
That was the first attack.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work.
fuck.
Because I took 40 off. Not dead, didn't take 40 off. I took 20 off. Let me just put 20 back on and just do the math again.
So just take another 8 off.
28. There we go. 86. Fine. There we go.
Okay, and then the second strike comes in.
Happy days.
Natural 20.
Oh shite.
And I'm
He's
not
gonna-
shitting you, that was a natural 20.
He's going to roll some smite in it
Yeah.
again, isn't he?
And you want to know what's
Can't,
annoying?
it's a bonus
You're
action.
You want to know what's annoying? You're 40 feet away from me.
Oh,
So
no
you can
way.
use...
Sentinel.
Needs to be
Should have
30
saved
feet.
my smite for that one, because that would have doubled the whole lot.
Yep.
Yep.
Them's the breaks.
May I actually
Okay,
start this? May
so
I
for some
actually
reason
start
that's now lost my 2d8, and I don't think I clicked the right thing, so let's just roll an additional d8 and add that on.
You can right click the damage output and then do as a critical.
Yeah, you're right. Let's do that
Can you
one.
beyond?
Beyond, that will be 21 points of
Yay.
bludgeoning damage plus 4d8 of lightning damage because it was a crit.
Fucking hell. Uh-oh.
That's bad.
Another 21 points of lightning damage, so that will be 42 points of damage halved to 21.
Dargon, you're gonna have to
I have
start
not
something
fucking
there.
hit him, and he's bitching me. Oh, man.
15, he's then going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 back. Doesn't fly.
So that's
Running at this point.
Could I take a turn before?
Roll me an initiative roll, please.
Should I cast?
In fact, you know what? Bollocks to it. Yes, we're going to slot you in right here between the two.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I've rolled.
Or at the end of the
I
round.
rolled 21. I've rolled a natural 20 on initiative for this.
Which does legitimately put you first in the order.
It actually does. I should do. No, I can't do that. I'll die if I do that. Yeah, I'm gonna a 3rd level cure wounds myself. I'm just gonna roll it here.
Yeah, FYI, anyone who's watching, I have not been keeping up on the Excel sheet of Kirik's HP, so I'm sure it's not 95. I'm sure it's a lot worse than that.
It is not. It is not. I'll tell you what it is now. It is 44.
Oh no! So 2 of you are going to die, and Anders there thinking Dargon's just playing possum, waiting for his winnings.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
That's why I needed that bit. And yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay, over to you, Dargon.
Right. Getting severely angry with this. Run up. Same attack as normal in a vain attempt to try and get this to work. Natural 20 on the first
There
one.
you go.
Nice.
Oh, and the other one's a 19 plus 11, so they hopefully both hit.
30 to hit.
30 and 31.
Bullshit.
Finally.
No.
Just nah.
Right.
Although, didn't you have disadvantage on the attack?
Go on.
Oh, did I have
Does have
disadvantage on the attack?
disadvantage on the attacks.
Oh, you rolled a 19 first, though. So.
Yeah, so I rolled two in a row, so if I roll the disadvantage, that's 19. Yeah?
Yep. So that will still hit. First one will still hit.
Okay, cool.
Oh, fucking hell.
Second one, 26 to hit.
At
If
disadvantage.
you,
Yeah, 15 and a 19.
Yep.
Nice.
So both of those hit.
Oh, phew. Okay.
Finally.
So
I was upon clenching that.
Yeah, that was that, and that's that. So that is 17 points of slashing damage and 8 points of thunder damage.
So 25 points of damage. Sorry, 17 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, 8 points of thunder damage.
Which is immune to,
Okay.
I reckon.
As you strike that in, and the scimitar does slash across, but that sort of muted slightly. And the thunder damage doesn't quite seem to do as much damage as you would have thought.
Makes sense.
Is it that I still can't take reactions, or is it that I could take a reaction now? Just so I'm
Until
curious.
the end of your next turn,
Okay, so yeah, at the end of this
I
turn,
believe. Bear with me, just
because he hit me before my turn.
yeah, it'll be the end of this turn. So staggering smite until the end of its next turn. So you can't. You'll have a disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and you can't take any reactions till the end of this turn.
Cool. But I will. I can still. Oh no, I can't bonus action because I've just bonus actioned. And I can't reaction. Fine. Yeah. That's my go.
Okay. It's going to smack you with a hammer.
As you do.
22 to hit.
Yep.
Bastard.
The amount of damage we were taking.
Going to roll the second one. Second one is a 32 to hit.
No, that doesn't hit.
What?
So we'll do all this damage in a 1-0 because he is going to use a smite as well. So that is going to be another 4th level staggering smite.
Oh, bollocks. There's my reactions gone.
So that is
We still have it
only
now.
8 additional damage on the staggering smite, but I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Is that with the... No, you said ability checks. So I'm alright.
And plus, it's gone. Your turn has been.
Your goes end, yeah. Your turn's ending, so you've got normal rolls now.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah,
That's
one.
a 12.
a 12. So you are staggered again. You have a disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and you can't take reactions till the end of your next turn. So then the damage from the hammer is going to be 10 points of bludgeoning, a further 13 points of bludgeoning. 1, 2, 3, 4, d8. 18 points of lightning damage. So 18, 28,
49.
38, 41, 49, plus 15 points of radiant damage.
64.
54, 64
64.
points of damage reduced to 32.
You
God.
absolute beast.
And then he is going to use his movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to move back.
I can't use a reaction.
Can't use a reaction, so no attacks of opportunity.
Yep.
And as he strikes into you, you can just hear the cheers go up from the Crucible.
I'm looking worse for wear.
As he does sort of slam into you and just slams across your face, and you can just see the blood spurt out.
I'm just going to 5th level cure wounds myself. It's not bad.
My go.
Dargon.
So I will
Yeah,
now
it's his
move
Dargon's going.
30 feet backwards. There. I'll use my action. Where the fuck is it? To drink a potion of healing greater.
Nice.
So let's just do this on this. So 14 points. And bonus action, because I can still do them. Second wind, regain 1d10 plus 8. That's a full amount.
Nice.
Nice.
So, amazingly, I'm back at what I was before.
Nicely
Not
done.
for long.
seeing you sort of retreat back, can't do any of them.
I mean, you could have mentioned he was the Arch Deacon of Ragnarok, and we probably wouldn't have had a fight with him.
Arch Deacon of Kord. Literally says it in the name, mate. The Archdeacon is just going to chuckle at you and sort of places a hand on himself, and he is going to heal himself up.
Oh, good. All of the 5 points of damage you actually dealt on him.
I know.
Done a fair bit.
I really thought I'd be celebrating in the stands, but I'm starting to panic now. For my winnings, of course, not.
Okay, so he just places a hand on himself and any of the wounds done.
That all he doing?
Yep, Kirik.
I want to do something really stupid, but it is something
Do
really
it.
stupid.
I approve.
Sure. Why not? I'm going to look at Dargon and kind of my hand is on the. I assume there's a bar. There's bars between us, and I'm just going to focus on Dargon's energy, and I will just kind of pull some of mine towards him. Fourth level, life transference.
Holy
You're
shit!
gonna die. You're gonna die.
Oh no!
This might genuinely put me down. You're gonna get 48 hit points.
Oh!
Nice.
I'm gonna take 24 points of damage.
Oh!
You're gonna get smited to shit now on his next go.
Which doesn't get reduced, so it's the full 24. That's my turn.
That's
So
a
Kirik's
turn.
box now, then.
Holy moly!
I'm on 15 hit points.
Oh shit! Me. Is Bothrid get any of them good berries for you?
Does it have kill ones or anything? That'd be great.
Bothrid didn't bring any of those spells today.
Thanks for coming,
I
Bothrid.
mean, I've got potions of healing and stuff, but I'm obviously on a few stellars
Hang
deep
on,
at
why have
this
his
point. So
cantrips disappeared? Yeah, for some reason, Bothrid's cantrips disappeared. But yeah, he still can't do anything that's gonna really help.
Yep. It's an action to drink a potion, isn't it?
Yes.
Cool. That is my turn then.
Okay. Dargon.
Sorry, no, it's not. Bonus action. I'll use second wind.
There we go. There's the fighter levels coming in.
6 points of healing. Nice. On 21, boys.
Woo!
Everything's going all right.
it seems safe now.
Seems safe. Oh man.
Come on then, Mr. Goliath, what are we doing?
Wow. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, I'll move full 30 feet back forwards again. There.
Okay.
And I will cast. Have I got my reactions back?
No.
Fine. Blade Ward.
Nice.
Panic stations now, isn't it?
So I'll cast Blade Ward.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, just beckoning forwards again.
So your
gonna
2
come.
attacks is just Blade Ward.
Yeah, it's an action.
25. He runs up 25 feet.
Do I
Brings
now
down
have
the
my
hammer.
reactions back?
Rolls a natural 1 with the first strike. Yes, you do have your reactions back. Second one comes in. Oof. That teetered on a 3 for a minute, but a 16, 29 to hit with the second one.
Yep.
So that second one's going to be 12 points of bludgeoning damage. He is then, of course, going to smite, but is going to 3rd level Searing Smite.
Oh, you're on fire now, brilliant.
That's going to be an additional 14 points of fire damage.
Okay, so I'm
need
casting
you
my
to
reaction
make-
of absorb elements at second level.
Okay, make me a con saving throw, please.
Have I still got a +1? Still got a +1?
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
15.
I was somewhere else.
15 does the job. You are not set on fire as this flame just bursts out around you. So you are going to take in total 12, 14 points of fire damage, plus 50, sorry, that is 26, 36, 41 points of damage total, reduced to
How
21.
How much of that is fire?
14 points of damage.
Okay, so that's halved.
Okay.
Bludgeoning.
So you will take 7.
Anything from his weapon, as in bludgeoning, slashing, is also halved.
It's all from his weapon. Yeah, so it's all from his weapon.
Yeah, sorry, I mean from Blade Ward, the bludgeoning and everything
technically
like that.
that additional 15 points of damage is from his Radiant Soul, but it's from an attack.
So it's going to get halved because all damage gets halved anyway, but then the bludgeoning gets halved again.
Yeah.
So effectively a quartered, and then the fire damage gets halved again.
Okay, so I'm going to let you work this out because I have no fucking idea. So we're reducing the fire damage to half.
Yeah, so whatever the
and
fire
you are
damage.
collecting 7 points, basically. So that will be 7 points of fire damage, reduced again by half because you are resistant from that strike, which will be 4 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
The bludgeoning damage, which you have resistance to,
Yeah.
would be 6.
Yeah.
Okay,
Would be
and
halved
then
again.
there is 15 points of radiant damage coming at you, which would be halved again, I believe, down to 8, because it is based on a weapon strike.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 8 for... so 12,
6.
that'll be 18 points of damage total. I believe. So you got away with that one.
That hit. That worked really well.
18.
Good.
18 points of damage.
Not good for it though.
And then he's going to go... That was both of them. He missed with the first one. He's going to move 2 squares back. Attack of opportunity if you want it, but you've used your reaction, so not happening.
Swapping to Greatsword would use my bonus action because I would just drop my shield.
It depends what you're doing with the scimitar. If you sheathe the scimitar and take out the greatsword, that's going to be a full action.
But if I just drop both items...
If you drop the shield and the scimitar...
Yeah.
And pull out your great axe, I will let you have that as a bonus action. But that will drop your AC, remember?
Yeah. Still, it has saved me on occasion. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm actually going to go for the great sword. So I use my bonus action to swap to my great sword.
You drop your scimitar and your shield on the floor either side. For the sake of this, let's just drop some items. There's a very rudimentary shield. There's a rudimentary sword.
I'd cast 3rd level Cure Wounds.
Yep, sorry, Kirit, totally missed you there.
No worries, that's fine.
So you throw them out to the side and you just pull the great sword out.
Yeah, so that's my bonus action. So I'll move up to him. And I will swing twice, just normal. So that is a... first one misses with a 16.
Not going to hit.
26.
Catches it on the shield again. Second one does hit.
Okay. So that is 16 points of slashing damage.
Yep. That should be you.
Nope.
Unless you want to move.
If I understand this correctly, I believe I need to move back 5 feet to do this. So I will take the attack of opportunity if I need to. I'm going to use my action surge as I step back to then cast Wall of Ice out of the ring, which will catch him in the wall. But I think I need to be 5 foot back to do that. If my understanding of Wall of Ice is
action
correct.
surge
To give me another action, so that I can cast the Wall of Ice.
Also, Warding Bond has
centered on you.
Now.
Was that halving everything?
Warding Bond has stopped now.
Because that's a minute.
You've moved. No, he's moved further than 60 feet.
Oh, yeah. Warding Bond, yeah.
That drops it.
Is that the bonus to AC as well?
Yeah.
Cool. So, if I understand that correctly, I basically want to smash him in it, but he will also be pushed out of it.
Or he gets trapped inside it. And
He
becomes
can
a frozen
fly.
man.
It's centered on Dargon.
was about to say, so he'd be trapped in there with me, and therefore neither of us would want to break out.
No, I mean, as in he's frozen in ice.
Oh, right. No, it
comes
yeah.
around.
It's a
It goes
radius of 10 feet.
sandwiches
So,
in.
okay, so you're stepping back 5 feet.
Either 5 or 10 feet, however you deem that the wall is going to be created, so that it catches in him.
Well, it's got a radius of 10 feet centered on you, so it would be not that. That would be 5. 10 feet around you to there.
Yeah.
Let's say as
He's in there with you, isn't
I
he?
was about to say, does that
He gets
shunt him out, or does that...
pushed out.
Okay.
Yeah, that will push him out.
Okay, so that is then that he takes 10d6 damage, I believe, on the... but he does need to make a dexterity saving throw. He will still be pushed out, but basically this is whether he gets the full 10 or the half.
If the wall cuts through a creature's space when it appears, the creature within the area is pushed to one side of the wall and must make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Got a 6.
Yeah,
No, because I've rolled that on you. Ignore that. Ignore that. Ignore that. Ignore that. Because I'm on the wrong character sheet. What a twat.
I'm happy with the 6, mate. I'm happy to go with it.
Me too.
The 9.
Oh,
yeah,
that's okay.
still fail. Good. So that is a lot of dice that is just rolled there. 46 points of cold damage.
Come on!
That was a lot of high numbers on that.
Have some of that, you flappy cunt.
46 points of damage is again, you just see the... and he sort of tries to hunker down the shield, but you can just see icicles sort of all over him. And then he smiles and cracks the ice, which is sort of frozen his face. Shatters whatever ice is collected around him.
This guy's cool.
Yeah. I can't. I kind of like him.
Oh no. Can
And
you
is
join
that
our
your
team
go?
afterwards?
So I'm in the centre of this. I've done my action. I've done my action surge. I've used my bonus action.
Done your bonus action.
So yeah.
You've got
I
movement, but...
Well, yeah. I'm all good.
Okay. So how many rounds have we had? 6?
A lot.
7?
I've no idea.
Make a ruling. More than
I'm going
5.
to say 7.
Sure. Sure.
I'm going to say we've had 7 rounds. And everybody in the chat can chastise me later if I'm wrong.
Nobody's counting, mate.
Okay,
We're too
so
involved.
the Archdeacon is going to fly up 10 feet.
Yep.
He's going to come for 20, straight back down for 20. That's going to
Yep.
be 30 feet. Lands inside this ice, looks at you and says, "And now we fight." And is literally just going to wail on you with this hammer. First one's a 30.
Yeah.
Second one's a 15.
Miss.
It's a shame it's not dome of ice, isn't it?
Yeah.
gonna
Wall of
be-
ice can be created as a dome, but the ring can only make a wall.
Oh,
14 points of bludgeoning damage plus 14 points of lightning damage
Reaction absorb
plus
elements.
the 15 radiant. And he is going to use... What's he going to use? He's going to use Blinding Smite.
Okay, what do all these numbers start off with again?
Bear with, we can go through that in a minute. So you're going to
That's
take 9 points of radiant damage. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah, 11. Unless I have a plus 1.
11. You are regardless of whether you have a plus 1 or not. You are now blinded.
Wonderful. Happy days. Delightful.
It's bad.
Smashing. Yep.
So
And this
you
damage is
now
all
have...
So
so this is full damage.
Yeah.
Nice. So that will be 14, 28... Maths. 37 points plus 15... 42... 52 points of damage.
How much of that is... You said he hit me with lightning damage, yeah?
Yep, 14.
14 of that. So if I take off 7, because I'm resistant to it, because of
What did I
absorb
just
elements.
say?
So that's 45 now instead of 52.
45, so you'll take 45 points of damage.
Yeah. Cool.
hit.
And let's just have a look. That'll be him.
Cool.
And you can now hear some boo as they sort of the lower tiers can't see through this wall of ice.
So I will. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Booming Blade just to add it on anyway. So that'll be. I'm not disadvantaged or anything because he hasn't managed to hit me with. Oh no, I do because
You're
I'm
blinded.
blind. So yes, he is disadvantaged. Right, I'll roll the first hit then. So I'm trying to hit with Booming Blade with disadvantage. That's a natural one. And that's a 15. So that fluffs it.
Yikes.
Do you want the bad news?
Go on then.
He now has advantage.
Oh yeah, he does.
Because you're blinded.
Okay. Sorry, we missed you, Kirik. If there was anything you wish to do.
Nope, not taking damage anymore, so I'm good.
Cool. So the first strike's going to come in. That's going to be a 26 to hit.
Yep.
Sorry, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ah, okay.
Ah. Roll well.
That was on the floor. Try again. 19.
Bear with me, I'm looking at the wrong fucking character sheet. I believe a 19 means you are no longer blinded, so that will not be at advantage. So we'll roll that again. Natural 1 with the first strike.
Yes.
You just sort of catch it on the sword.
Watch the bullet there.
Second one comes in. Another natural 1. D&D Beyond hates me.
Oh! Yes.
Come on. Come on.
Okay.
This is the one. This is
The
the
turning
one.
point now.
Come on.
Instead,
Oh!
he will use his bonus action to shove you. Shield Master shove. So I need
Master.
you to make me, because I got this wrong first time round, I need you to make me an athletics or acrobatics check, please.
I know which one I'm using. Because that's a 22.
Yeah, and he goes to shove into you and just sort of stumbles with a 12 and just sort of catches you. You sort of use this great sword to just guard yourself and sort of push it back. Kirik, are you doing anything?
I can't see him, so there's really nothing I can do.
Okay, yep, no worries. Dargon.
There's a wall of ice between me and him.
Yep. Swing the sword up again for the usual. So this is normal. No.
No disadvantage.
No disadvantage. Okay, so
good.
rolling 2 for 2 attacks. Oh my god, 2 6s for 17.
Miss. He just sort of
Fucking hell.
catches it on the shield.
Good lord. How many times have I not hit him?
He's just too good, man. He's just too good.
Just too good.
Just too good.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else? Bonus actions? I'm assuming you went to cast Booming Blade on that one, did you?
Yeah, does it count if I miss, though?
Yep.
Yeah, of course it does, because I
You have
cast
to
it as a
dictate, you have
part.
to call that out first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. No, you're right. So no, I can't use my healing light or anything. So,
In which case, the first one misses. What's your AC now?
18.
Ooh, that meets it. So, still. What's the ruling on AC? Meets it.
It meets it, is a hit.
Is a hit, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally confused myself there. Second one hits. So that's going to be 15 points of bludgeoning damage plus a further 11 points of bludgeoning damage. Plus 17 points of lightning damage.
Yeah.
Plus 15 points of radiant. He is then going to, with his strike, he's going to cast another... sorry, why is that not done that? We're going to cast... That's why. Because that was at third level. He's going to cast another Blinding Smite. You're going to take 17 points of radiant damage.
I'm feeling less and less
That'll be
confident.
17... 24,
So,
34,
hang on. I already know what the...
45. Bear with me. 45, 50. That's going to be 60 points of damage in total, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Is the damage stop getting half now as well, isn't it? Oh, shit.
13.
13. So you are blinded. Now what did you want to do? Sorry.
Reaction Stone's Endurance to reduce the damage.
Okay.
So how much did you say? 60 points?
That was 60 points.
Yeah.
What do you want, Dargon?
I'm going to press
What did you
save.
roll on you?
I'm going to press save.
He's just rolled a full 12.
I rolled a 9 on it. I was like...
As that strike comes in, and you almost drop, but you hold it back. Everybody make me a perception check, please.
What, me?
Well, you're
28.
blinded, so no.
Natural 20 for a 20.
Natural 20. Kira, I'm going to say you at disadvantage, sorry. Because you're
Fair
inside
enough.
slightly.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a 9 then.
And 9. And you see as something just across the sky, and then this golden beam just down next to Dargon. You just feel this impact of something down to your right hand side. As you look, there is a golden sword in the ground embedded, and we are going to leave it there for this week.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I really thought Matt was going to kill you. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, you have to finish it off now, man.
So there we go. the DM takes, the DM gives. We will revisit and conclude this epic battle next week. Again, a huge shout out to all the tools we've used today. I think we've probably used them all, bar 5e Magic Shop. So go back to the beginning of the episode. All of those people that I thanked, they're there. Thank you very much for all of them. As always, a huge shout out to Battle Bards. You've heard some of the ambience tracks. You've heard some of the sound effects. It just makes the game amazing. Some of them came in perfect as well. The trumpet blares, the sword strikes. It just makes the game awesome. So a huge shout out to them. Please use the code Malt and Magic if you want to go get your own discount on those sound effects. I think that's going to be me for this week. Code's now appearing on screen. Thank you very much, Mr. Wizard. Yeah, other than that, make sure you check out the podcast. Follow us on our socials. I'm getting that wrong a lot this week. Follow us on our socials. This has been episode 40. What an episode. We will see you next week for more Malt and Magic. See you.